I've got a meal. We have noodles. We have chicken. Since they're not going to cut the check, I've got a beverage beer drink. I've got an opener here as well. It was a tough night when Mbappe missed that penalty and everybody got on your boy. It was a painful night, a very, very dark night. Greats respond. Greats respond. Greats redeem themselves. And
this guy just said great.
And for your mic, can you mute your mic, please? This is the intro. This is the intro. And for one young Kylian Mbappe, he again shows why he is in a different class and a different breed from everyone else. Guys, welcome to a Sunday Hangout special. I'm going to call this the Redemption Hangout. Tap in, tuck yourselves in, and get ready for the apologies. Let's ride. So, guys, I'm just going to open up my drink. So, guys, look, man, this is going to be fun. We're going to talk about Neymar as well. Wilson, is the mic working there, bro? Vil.
Yeah.
So make sure it's clear. Make sure your mic is clear because Vil, we're going to talk about Neymar. Okay. So Vil, Wilson, you'll be first. So because Wilson, like, we're going to be doing like an hour of apologies, but Wilson, I promise you, after an hour of apologies to me, we'll address what Neymar said and how and why the World Cup is going to be very key. Guys, this is a very tough night for you haters. I'm talking about all of you guys in the live chat, and I'm talking to the guy on my YouTube comments who said, is there any way to dislike a vid several times? There isn't a way to dislike a vid several times, and you should have actually liked that vid. This is a tough, because this is going to be a tough stream for the haters, very tough stream for the haters, because I win. Let's see. I won.
Where's your medal for the win?
Can I land? I won. But before we even go into details and so forth, before we go into all of these details and so forth, there's an image I want everyone to see. There's an image I want everyone to see. Shout out to everybody in the live, like the vid, blah, blah, blah. Do whatever the hell you want, man. Do what the hell you want to see. I'm a hype, man. Do what the hell you want. But I want to share an image. And I think this image has been doing the rounds. So let me show you guys this image, and I want you to show me what you think about this image right now. Now, let me first talk before you react. Let me first talk about this image. Eric Garcia touched the ball.
Oh.
Can I land? Can I land the plane? If Eric Garcia touched the ball, the offside.
You there, HH?
Can you mute your mic,
my
friend?
No.
What the hell? Eric, what the hell? Can you mute? The hell?
Wait, are you gonna draw the lines for us as well?
No. Lines don't matter. He touched the ball.
It doesn't matter they touched the ball.
If the ball comes off, dude, bro, because as the ref said, you played the ball.
He was offside when the ball was played, though.
Wait, easy. Bro, if it's me, this isn't offside. If you show me this image, I'm not putting this offside. I'm not. So that's me. So even if we take away Eric Garcia, whether he touched the ball, he doesn't touch the ball. If you show me, have hope, the GOAT analyst, this image, there is no chance in hell I'm giving this as offside. So guys, what are we talking about here? What's the bloody hell are we talking about here? So you're now going to now try to say that this is what, a robbery? What? It's a G. Even more so, France deserve to win. And even more so, the Mbappe narrative is getting very scary. You see, guys, I wanna add something as well. Live chat, what up? Live chat haters, you filthy, stinking losers in the live chat. How are you doing, you filthy, stinking haters? You losers. You absolute losers. My thing is this. I actually don't want Mbappe to win the UCL. Guys, I've changed. Easy. Wait, hold on. Guys, I've changed. I don't want Mbappe to win the UCL. Did you know I don't want him to win the UCL? If he does, it's over. And I don't want it to be, because right now it looks bad. But if he wins that UCL, guys, easy. Hold up. If he scores in that UCL final, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want that.
This is like reverse juju.
No. Hold up. It will look too bad. It will look too bad for them. I want to come to Vilton. Priya, can you change that AVI, please? Thank you. Priya, can you change the AVI? Thank you.
No.
Vilton, can you talk over him? Vilton, talk over him. Vilton, can you just talk to me about both Benzema and Mbappe and the incredible turnaround they did in not once but twice? Please, first talk about Benzema's G and why Mbappe is that dude, please, while I have my dinner.
It's just, you're a funny guy, bro.
No, I'm a realist. Live chats, you losers, how are you doing? Live chats, you filthy... No, wait, hold up. Wilson. Live chats, you filthy, stinking losers. I remember what you guys did when Mbappe missed that penalty. What are you saying right now? You freaking losers. What do you say right now? You absolute losers. He has scored a winning goal in 2 different international finals. Oh, sorry, Wilson, I'm sorry. Wait, hold on, wait. Fine. I'll give Cristiano that's Nations League thing. Did he score in the final? No, Gadesh did. I just checked it before I did this whole hangout. So fine, Cristiano, you have 2 international trophies. You didn't score in either final. Mbappe scored in both finals. Sorry, Wilson, I'm very sorry. Continue.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's like Mbappe he wasn't as good as he was against the way he played against Belgium in the second half. Yes, he scored a winning goal, but to be honest, he could have got a hat trick if he was really on it, because he was pretty subpar, I would say. Like, he wasn't clinical, especially he could have scored a 3rd goal to ice the game, but he shot it right at the keeper. I don't know why he does that. Like, I don't know why he doesn't try to make it harder for keeper to make the save, but instead he makes it very simple. But he did score an incredible goal. As for the offside, when I first saw it out, I said that's offside, but you rules merchant can tell me how the rules is. Like, if the defender touched the ball, so I'm guessing since you say Eric Garcia touched the ball, does that mean Mbappe, it doesn't matter if he's coming from an offside position? Like, it doesn't matter. So I don't know. Can one of you guys tell me how the rule works? Should this be offside should this not be offside since Eric Garcia touched the ball? Like,
basically, they came out and they said that it wasn't offside because he was like not interfering in play. And then when Eric Garcia touched the ball, then he was interfering with play, but he wasn't offside then.
Okay.
To me, when the pass was given, he was going towards the ball. That pass was for Mbappe. So for me, he is interfering in play.
Yeah.
I don't really understand where that's coming from.
Who thought Eric Garcia was trying to play it back to the keeper?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. I was so confused.
It's literally the stupidest rule.
English referee tax again. This is why they were not allowed to ref at the 2018 World Cup.
Okay, I'm just gonna say something. The VAR was Stuart Atwell. Okay, if you just search his name on Google, just search his name. It will come up with his track record of VAR decisions that he got completely wrong. I don't understand why this guy was appointed for VAR. I really don't. I really, really don't. For a game this big, makes no sense to me.
But overall, it was a great game. It was entertaining. All the games.
It was a very because I want us to talk about Spain as well, because we have to have it. Because someone said we're gonna have a conversation with Luis Enrique, because I don't want. But it was a very good game. And sorry. Continue.
At one point, I don't know. In the first half, I think Luis Enrique got it wrong. I don't know why he was playing Ferran Torres on the wing, because he was just spamming crosses. Like, the crosses were going nowhere. But in the second half, the entire dynamic of the game changed. To be honest with you, when Theo Hernandez hit the crossbar and Spain scored the counterattack, you could say French were kind of unlucky, and Upamecano, that was very, very dreadful defending right there. Like, you got to do better than that. You can't let Oyarzabal body you like that, bro. But to be fair, France scored right away. That's the issue I have with Spain. Like, we saw it at the Euros. Like, Spain defense is so bad. Like, oh god, bro. Like Croatia get them run for them.
Victor, are you being too hard on France? Because we saw France do it to Argentina. We saw them do it against Belgium. Now, maybe France are very good at responding and so forth, you know.
But to be fair, the Argentina defense was also bad too. And Belgium, we know how bad they are since Company and Fellini left. So, and Spain, we all knew Spain defense wasn't popping enough. We all knew that because Spain main strength is keeping the ball, and that's what they're good at, defending with the ball. But to let Benzema score a goal like that so quick, so fast, it changed the entire dynamic. I was like, yeah, it's gonna win this now because you just can't, especially in a final, you can't let a team score that fast. It's like they just let off because they were like, okay, we scored. It is what it is. But when you have Benzema and Mbappe on a team Pogba, like you can never write these guys off, man. Benzema, I think he deserves Ballon d'Or, but I don't think he's gonna win it. I think Messi already won this.
Hold on. You're too easy. You're too hasty. Relax. We're like chill. Well, we're gonna be here for about 6 hours. Hold on. Are you telling me that after what Benzema has done, you don't put him on at least the podium?
No, I think he should be on the podium, but
I don't care about shoot, but of course he should be. I'm saying that after what is done, what Wilson, I dare them to put Jorginho on that three. Wilson, I dare them. Wilson, I dare them.
He is gonna be there, Chase, because
Wilson, I dare them.
The guy won UEFA best player of season when he wasn't even the best player.
I don't give a damn. Do you see the G Benzema just scored? I dare them.
Like Benzema's not gonna be there because of the whole French media thing. Because remember why he wasn't even part of the French team, because of the whole sex rapist case thing, whatever. It's the same thing that happened with Ronaldo in 2018. I think because of the whole rape, sex, whatever that thing was. I think that's why they give the Ballon to Madrid, because at the end of the day, it's just the Ballon to represent what football is. You don't want your main star to have any kind of like issues off the pitch like that. So Jorginho is gonna be part of there, because I'll be in shock if he's not there, because you won UEFA best player, or why shouldn't the best player of the UEFA not be on the top 3 Ballon d'Or? Doesn't make sense.
Okay. So before I come to your boy Puya, man, your boy Abudi, think of the dub said, if Cristiano scored that Mbappe goal, you will say doesn't count. I wouldn't. I would be fair. I would be fair. Abudi, don't do that. I love Cristiano.
Are we sure about that though?
He's no. It'll be fair. I told you, Cristiano is my guy. I would count it. I would fully count it. Haris Rafik. We need to talk about.
We need.
Bro, like.
Yeah, he put a shift in.
No. My thing, why? Where does KDB come into the conversation? MT, you loser. Natsa, where are you losers? Latsa, LT, you feel Latvic. Where does can you see what Pogba is doing? Bro, did you see the way he spin up past players?
We need at least 10 minutes.
For Pogba.
For Labil.
No. This is going to be 6 hours. Like we could be here all night. Easy. Hold up. So your boy Willis Goldthorpe says, so we're not going to talk about Lloris's 2 key saves. Benzema and Lloris were those guys. Now, Lloris is a guy who and also he actually has 2 L's in his name. So he's a guy who I have insulted a lot. I've insulted the guy a lot. But he made some huge saves. That's Oyarzabal save. The other save he made when it was like in the 90th minute when it came from a corner and everything. And that's the thing about Lloris. He'll do some stupid stuff and he'll let in some goals that he shouldn't let in, but he can come up with some freaking huge saves. So no, 100% he made some huge saves. Your boy Nita says, not offside because Garcia had intent equals reset. Same situation as Chelsea versus Atletico in the UCL.
Why I asked.
No. See, my thing is, someone actually said it on Twitter. They said that by the letter of the law, it's offside, but in the spirit of the game, it shouldn't be given as offside. So,
no. The thing was, the intent part is whether he intended to play it back to the keeper, and that's always been if you intend on playing you will never know really, because that was he was sliding onto the ball, so it wasn't obvious. And that's the issue here. So the problem was was he trying to play it back to the keeper? Because if he was, that's when players reset. That's always been a rule. So that's not something new. But the it's not clear enough. That's why there's an issue. Whether he was just sliding in for the ball or was he trying to play it back to the keeper? That's why there's an issue.
From your boy Alex B, who says same situation as a Giroud bicycle kick in the UCL. Okay, yeah. From your boy Whimsical Thoughts, who says hope be real. Yes, Mbappe's winning goal was great, but I'm sure that was offside, and Spain deserved a penalty for Koundé's handball. What do you say? You see, with the offside thing, look, there are so many different ways to call it. I wouldn't call it offside, but I have seen those given. But then again, it's about the whole Eric Garcia thing. It's something that we actually need to look at the letter of the law. But people say that the letter of the law, it's an offside, but I can see how. Sorry, letter of the law, it isn't offside, but I can see how spirits of the law is not offside. Guys, are you going to really give that as a penalty for Koundé? I mean, come on. So a guy's running here, and as he's running, it hits his elbow.
No, but his arm was extended. That's the issue. It wasn't tucked in.
Extended? What?
It's extended.
He's running.
No, he's not. He's not running at full pace. He's blocking the cross. His arm is fully extended. You can find the picture.
So okay.
What about like under the letter of the law? What do you think? That's a penalty under what it says in the guidance of UEFA?
They've changed it. I think last season that's a penalty, but I think this season they actually relaxed it. Basically, I think last season they said if the ball hits your hand and it is blocking the trajectory, it's a penalty. But I think they said that they actually sort of relaxed it to give much more of a gray area.
So that's a natural position then. When he's in the air and he's got his elbow backwards, like trying to make himself big, that's a natural position.
Well, he wasn't in the air.
He was in the air, but his elbow was all the way back. I mean, look, I don't think it was a penalty, but I can see why they might have given it. That's what I'm trying to say.
All right, so from your boy King Gobani, he says, congrats to Mbappe for the international ICC trophy. Lord, all these haters, man. Alex B says, deliberate touch from defender equals not offside. Now, was it deliberate or not deliberate? That's what we have to resolve. Was it deliberate or not deliberate, man? RDZ 17 says that, so when Ronaldo wins the cup, it's a nothing trophy. But when it's Mbappe, he's the GOAT. Okay. Cristiano, I congratulate you on the international trophy that you won. So yes, I will count that as a trophy for Cristiano. He didn't score in the final. Gedesh did. But Cristiano, that wouldn't count. So shout out to you, Cristiano. Puya, talk to me, man. Benzema, Mbappe, man. Talk to me. And the game.
Yeah, I'm just not going to talk about the offside thing because I think I don't want to take away from how good of a game this was. When the Nations League was first announced, I was really skeptical of it. Like, I don't know, like a trophy you could win every year. Like, I don't know. But now it's really growing on me because this was way better. I guarantee you, if this was France versus Spain in a regular friendly, we don't get this game. We get less intensity, players just trying to finish the game off. But thank gosh for this Nations League is really growing on me. I really like it. Like we could soon see the end of these stupid international friendlies. Like this is the way to go. I like it. But yeah, man, this is a great game. Pogba put in a shift, and I need to talk about Benzema, dude, because if he's not on that podium, we need to run riot. If he's not at least on that podium, the streets must riot, dude, because this guy is amazing. There's no way in hell Jorginho is even 1/1000th of a player that Benzema.
I dare them. Puya, I dare them. I dare them to do it.
J5, even in the top 5. No way. Benzema needs to be on that podium. Now Mbappe, he had a pretty good second half. I do have concerns about his finishing because there was 3 chances where I really thought he was going to score, and he just shot it right at the goalie. But he still scored the winning goal, so like you can't complain. But I want to talk about Spain, dude, because Spain, I was sleeping on these guys a year ago. And then they showed up. They were one of the best teams at the Euros, and I think right now they have a situation like Germany. They're missing that number 9 that they could rely on with goals. Because
because was Gavi the striker?
Sometimes he was playing striker. Oyarzabal.
No, he was the midfielder. He just had the number 9. It was Sarabia. I think it was Sarabia that was playing.
Yeah, it was Sarabia.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then sometimes you drift out wide. But yeah, I think Spain is in a very similar situation to Germany where they're just missing a very good number 9 because Spain up until they got to the 18, they're money. Their hold up play, their passing.
Which is where Ansu Fati comes in. So if you put Ansu Fati in this team,
yeah, 2022 World Cup, like we have to talk about Spain. Like they could be real contenders. But yeah, man, just a great game. We need to talk about like I'll say about Pogba though. I love Pogba so much, but just like his last 4 games for Man U, what has he done? Like he only shows up once in a while. But for France, he always shows up. We know this because he's playing with Benzema, Mbappe. He's playing with these world-class players. So he could deliver to them. But like when he's at United, sometimes he goes on these like dry spells for some reason.
Fred Tex.
Yeah.
Fred Tex.
Always at the wheel.
Always
Tell
at the
me
wheel.
how good does it?
But yeah, man, thank gosh for the Nations League. That's all I gotta say because this was a great game.
You know, I mean, like all the games have been quality. Even from what I saw of the other AC Spain game, this was a very, very good game.
Even the third place game wasn't a bad watch either. Like,
oh wait, what happened in that game?
Italy won 2-1.
Italy won 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uyema, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Oh, I thought today's game was very interesting. It was a it was a good tactical setup. It felt like a chess match. But as far as Benzema, man, that goal he scored was fucking ridiculous. Like it was literally right off the rip, pretty much off the start. But yeah, no, like everybody's been saying, Benzema definitely deserves to be on the podium. There's no question about that. I don't think he should win, but he definitely has to be top 3. I don't think there's any argument against it. As for Mbappe, he had a decent game. I didn't think he was that great, but at the end of the day, he showed up scoring that Fugazi goal. But hey, man, at the end of the day, the rules are the rules. You have to take it for what it is. But I think the issue with that rule is that you're giving an advantage to an offside player when the whole point of offside is to prevent offside players from having an advantage. So I mean that stuff needs to be reviewed because it really makes no sense. And as for Eric Garcia touching the ball, is just like, I mean, it's up to the referee's interpretation. So I think too much power is given to the referee in that scenario.
I do. I think it's, to be fair, it has to be clear cut. I don't think anything should be left to interpretation. It's either offside or it's not offside. So there has to be a very clear, precise. You can't have referees saying, "Well, I interpret this way," or "I interpret it that way." It's like it's either or.
For sure. I think with the rules, like there needs to be some sort of implementation of a player having control of the ball. I don't think you can say Eric Garcia had control of the ball in that situation. He literally tried to intercept the ball. So he intercept the ball to not let Mbappe get into that, whether he's offside or not. So I think, yeah, the is football, man. It's always down to the referees messed up. But as for the Nations League, it was a good weekend, and it's just literally a weekend trophy, to be honest. It's good. It removed friendlies, but I mean, any tournament that removes friendlies, how serious you really take it. But for the spectacle, it was pretty good.
All right. So before I come to you guys, let me just be up to date with the dubs. So from from your boy Gatlock man, who says, "I didn't know Griezmann was playing until he was subbed." Let me be fair, and I'm one of the Gatlock. Sorry, I'm one of the Griezmann haters. He did some stuff. He did some stuff in that thing. Griezmann, Pogba, Mbappe, Benzema thing, it's something. And I think the key thing is that because they're all friends and they all get along with each other together, I think that helps. They have a very interesting chemistry. When you just see how they just counterattack and how they just play off of each other, it's amazing to watch. It's really good to watch. And I think because I follow like keep like on Instagram and everything, and these guys all keep together very close. So Griezmann, he did some things, man. Let me be fair, Griezmann did some things, man. All right, here we are. So from your boy Hamza Talks Football, who says Messi contributed to about 48% of Barca's league goals last season, and Benzema about 48% in Madrid's league last season. He started 21-22 well. Podium, pray. He deserves that podium. And my fear is they're going to try and pull a fast one on your boy Benzema. But my thing is that, as I said again, I dare them, after he scored in the semi, a very good goal, and scored an excellent excellent goal to get France back into the game in a final, I didn't put Jorginho on that podium. I didn't put Jorginho on that podium because Jorginho has been playing like trash recently. So your boy QCB, thank you for the dub. The Nations League or Confederations Cup, also Benzema lives. The way, and I think it's a point that was made by Puya, the way these Nations League games have been played, I think that it's been played in almost with more intensity than the Confederations Cup. I think they're almost similar because I remember when Brazil played Spain, Brazil definitely wanted to win, but that was maybe because we're playing on home soil. But I just feel that it's almost similar, but I feel there might be an extra intensity with the Nations League, which I thought was a glorified friendly. Detroit Rock City says Pavard isn't good enough at right back for France and Bayern. He's a weak link. Like, as I was watching it again now, the guy is a weak link. He ain't that great, man. The dude ain't that great. I'm basically gonna walk up, but he ain't that great. Your boy Casey, man, thank you for the dub. Says Mbappe was horrible. Missed sitters, 0 retention, scored offside goal. Busquets, best central defensive midfielder of all time. Never got into top 20 Ballon d'Or. Now Jorginho is in the running. Busquets isn't the best CDM of all time. That's cap. And my thing, Casey, is I've got one thing to show. Casey, I want to say, Casey, do you know who this is in this image? Like, I don't know who that is. Casey, do you know who that is in the image? If you got, Casey, just tell me in the live chat. Just tell me in the live chat whether you know who
That's
that's
the
in
guy who
in
flopped in the
image.
Euros. Is that the guy who
That's what I
flopped in the
want to know.
Euros?
That's what I want to
It's
know.
a black
Moving on swiftly.
I
Let's
think it's
come to Suleiman. Talk to me, man. Talk to me about the game, man.
I think it was a very entertaining game. The Benzema goal, I think that is the first time I've ever screamed in excitement for a Real Madrid player's goal. Incredible, like it was right off the. And the thing about Spain is, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to criticize them because they did well, and they're a young team, and they definitely have a bright future ahead of them. But you can't switch off in a final like that right after you score. I think it was complacency. But yeah, as for Mbappe, listen, I'm not going to say anything about the goal. I mean, he won the trophy, but there's a reason why English referees didn't go to the 2018 World Cup, and they have a bad reputation. So that's all I'm going to
say. What's it called? Let me bring in your boy, Daniel Ortega. Daniel San, talk to me, man. Give me that Spanish perspective, man.
So yeah, like, man, I love football. Like, when I was watching this game, it was amazing. I was waiting for this all week, pretty much. And, the first half was amazing, and just the way Spain played, I was super impressed. I wasn't even expecting them to do anything against France. I actually thought France was like the perfect team to beat Spain, which they did. But Spain really, really put up a good fight. So many young players. Gavi played amazing. I mean, I'll be honest, I was watching him play and I could see like little signs of like Iniesta, almost like Iniesta type player. Where it was the way he was moving the ball and the way he was getting out of spaces. I thought it was amazing. So yeah, I think Spain have an amazing squad for the future. But yeah, I mean, I'm a Spain fan. Well, I'm half Spanish, so like I'm not fully like Spain supporter. But when I saw like the offside and I saw the images afterwards, I was like, this is incredible. How could they have given this? How could they not have reviewed this afterwards? And then, obviously you said that there was a touch and all that, but obviously they play the offside after the pass was made. So like when the pass was made, Mbappe was offside. So anything after that doesn't matter because he was offside.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So I was like, well, okay, so let me just look at like who the VAR guy was, because I wasn't interested. So apparently it's a team of English. Like all the VAR guys are all English, and the referees, they're all English. So they got literally the Premier League team for VAR for the final of the Nations League. I was like, of course there had to be a Premier League refereeing, of course, because we've seen the only bad VAR refereeing we've seen in Europe. Like, well, we've seen bad refereeing in VAR, but the main place where it's been shocking VAR refereeing was Premier League, and obviously Stuart Atwell, the head of the VAR department in the Premier League, or at least in a lot of Premier League games, was the one that did this decision. I was like, of course, I could have almost predicted it. But anyway, the goal by Benzema was insane. It was insane. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And he should be there for the Ballon d'Oro. Like he should be in the podium, to be honest. And I can't. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing where Luis Enrique does with his team, because he's really impressed me. I wasn't expecting him to do that this well.
Wait, but if Ansu Fati, fully fit and so forth, comes into this team, are we looking at guys that should be taken seriously as maybe trying to win that World Cup?
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we did
or is a striker in the mode of a David Villa Torres, is that still needed? Like a David Villa Torres needed, or just put Ansu Fati there?
We'll have to see. But the thing with for me is, well, I have two things to say. Luis Enrique should have been in, like, he should have stayed at Barcelona. I mean, right now this is exactly what they need. This is exactly what they need. And Barcelona can recover quickly. I mean, they have an amazing midfield if you think about it, with Pedri, with Gavi, and with Busquets. I mean, that's a very, really amazing midfield. They need to fix the defense. I mean, I'm not here to talk about Barcelona, but I mean, Ansu Fati and Pedri and Gavi, they'll be playing together, you know. So maybe that kind of like trio can come into Spain and do well there. So we'll see. But I'm just looking at what Luis Enrique's done. Like he's put his own philosophy into the team. He's really just like, he doesn't care about the media. Doesn't care what anything the media says. He just looks at the players in training. He looks at the players like when they perform, and he makes a decision upon that. And I think he's doing really, really well. And I'm really impressed. I wasn't expecting this at all. And yeah, I remember when we did like the build-up show to like the Euros, and I was talking to you about the formation and everything. I was really looking at the Spain players, and I said to you, it's possible that we reach the semis, but I wasn't sure. I said it's possibility, and we did. And I was actually like quite shocked, because I said it, but I was almost like joking about it. And we actually did reach the semis, and then we got to the final of the Olympics, and we got to the final of the Nations League. So who knows? Spain are up there with the biggest countries right now. So maybe in the World Cup, the only thing I would say is that France and their team, they have players who've won everything. Benzema's won so many things, Mbappe's won so many things. You know, they just had loads of players in that team who've won loads of trophies. Whereas in Spain, we've got Oyarzabal, who's got nothing. Ferran Torres, okay, he's won a few Premier Leagues, but he hasn't won anything significant on his own or anything. And
but then
you got all these. Sorry?
In 2008, what did those guys win before they won the Euros in 08?
Before they won the Euros, I mean, I don't know. Like these players haven't won anything. Gavi's just started playing. Pedri's just started playing. Like they have so many players in there that are great players, but they're not like, their mentality isn't about winning. They haven't got into an environment of winning, and so I think eventually these players will go off to their clubs. They'll start winning things with their clubs. And I think when they come back for the national team and they're more experienced at winning and stuff, we can really see a very, very strong Spain team, because that's when you get like, sorry.
Oh no! I just quickly take these dubs. Your boy Casey, who says, put some respect on Lucho. Koeman should learn. Like for me,
he can't learn, bro. He can't learn. He's mentally unstable.
Relax. Anyone can learn. Relax, chill. Anyone can learn. But my thing though is, Enrique deserves a lot more respect.
I lost.
I thought the guy was a bomb. Hence why I said I gave him zero credits for that whole MSN thing and guys attacked me. He is coaching the heck out of the Spanish team. He's coaching the heck out of the Spanish team. And the way these guys are competing against guys that are much better than them, I think is impressive. I think it's impressive because, see, France beat Spain because they have individual game changers that Spain just don't have. And I think for Spain, if Oyarzabal is a guy that you're now relying on to get you the winning goal, that's not a good place you want to be.
I think Gavi's played more for Spain than he has for Barcelona. I don't watch Barcelona, but I think that's true, and that's crazy to think about that. I mean,
he actually has. He's already played more minutes for them than Barcelona for Spain.
Okay, wait, hold on. And your boy Abracadabra says, Pepe has told Laporta, don't sack Koeman yet. Wait,
because Pepe, he wants a Champions League. That's the problem with that dude, bro. He's all about the Champions League. He doesn't.
Look, man. I mean, I said again, the quicker Koeman gets sacked, the better. If these guys want to survive, because Koeman is going to tank that freaking club. Yes, side who says that. So I read it. Thank you for the dub. Yes, sir. So I read a thread, and I sent it to you. HH. It's related to the Mbappe goal. Please read it to the panel. Should answer everyone's question. Okay, let's see, because this could answer our stuff. So before I come to the next statement, let's see what your boy Yase is giving us. So, so this is from Dale Johnson, who says, interesting application of offside in the Nations Final for Kylian Mbappe's winner. It's a decision which is correct in law to allow the goal, but one which many will feel should be disallowed in the spirit of the game. Mbappe is clearly offside when the pass is played. Remember that being in an offside position is not an offside offense. The point when the ball is touched by the passer purely sets each player's position relative to each other for offside. It's what happens after this which decides if there is any offense. This is the clause which is key to the onside decision in the Kylian Mbappe goal. A player in an offside position receiving the ball from an opponent who deliberately plays the ball, including by deliberate handball, is not considered to have gained an advantage.
So
at this point, Eric Garcia makes a deliberate play for the ball. Wait. Let me just finish the thing.
Who are these journalists, man?
So at this point,
let me just add something after this.
Wait, so at this point, Eric Garcia makes a deliberate play for the ball, and because he touches it, that is considered to reset the offside phase and play Kylian Mbappe onside. Quick, if Garcia missed the ball completely at this point, Mbappe would be offside and the goal disallowed. An important factor in the decision is the distance between Mbappe and Garcia. The consideration here is Mbappe cannot be challenging an opponent, which would have been an offside offense. Obviously, a goal like this raises many questions. This is okay. Look, this is too long. Okay.
Let me just say
something.
But we get it's a novel.
Can I go after? I think Daniel. Daniel?
When Garcia was like playing the ball, right? Was his intention to find Mbappe, or what was it? Like when he passed that ball, was Mbappe influencing the play? Was he involved in that pass? Because from my perspective, Garcia was passing the ball to Mbappe. He was trying to find Mbappe. He was involved in that play.
Garcia isn't trying to pass to Mbappe. What are you talking about?
Wait. I saying Garcia or Hernandez?
He's talking about the other. Yeah.
Sorry, no, Hernandez. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying that. Yeah, when he was passing the ball, he was passing to Mbappe. In my opinion, he was passing to Mbappe, so he was involved in the play. That's what I'm trying to say. So because of that, he was offside because he was involved in the play. Now I know he didn't get the ball, and it was first. Garcia, the defender, got the ball first, but he was running towards the ball, and that ball was obviously passed to Mbappe.
Do you know why Mbappe is involved in that play? The whole reason that Garcia touches that ball is to stop the ball from going to Mbappe. If he knows Mbappe isn't there, he just lets it go to Unai Simon. But because he's trying to stop the ball from going to Mbappe, Mbappe is clearly in the play because the play involves a defender trying to block the ball going to him.
We understand that.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Let me read some stuff. So this is from Guillermo Balague, who's obviously a very famous Spanish reporter. So this is what Sergio Busquets said. So Busquets said, the referee told us that Eric Garcia wanted to play the ball that kills the offside. But he wanted to play the ball because the ball would have reached Mbappe, who was offside. It doesn't make sense. But Eric Garcia adds that Mbappe is offside. The referee tells me that I tried to play the ball. What should I do? Step aside and let him run? Apparently, that's the rule.
HH, let me just come in here.
Go for it.
I remember I was listening earlier in the Hangout, and people were saying about Giroud in the Champions League. People can correct me if I'm wrong, but was Giroud offside when Mount played the ball initially, or whatever happened with the ball before Hermoso tried to get rid of the ball? Was Giroud offside before that point, or was it was it after Hermoso touched the ball that Giroud was offside, and then obviously he scored the overhead kick? Because this whole thing about second phase of play, it doesn't make any sense to me. The whole argument of, oh yeah, the Spanish player touched the ball, and then even though Mbappe was offside, it still counts because you can't be offside when it's played off the other player, before you score. And I'm like, that shouldn't even matter with what happened before. With the previous, these same people, they're the ones who take it when someone scores a goal, they take it back like 20-30 seconds, and they look for when it was offside. So why doesn't it apply to when someone was offside from the initial play? The only way you can argue this is if the ball from Hernandez wasn't trying to find Mbappe.
No, because look, to be fair here, look, I'm gonna count this as a goal. I don't give it down. But if we're being fair here, keep things simple. Is a guy offside or is he not offside? That explanation there is ridiculous. Like that's
Or
I'm like, guys, my guy, is a guy offside or not offside? This isn't quantum physics or like Chinese arithmetic here. Like when a ball is played, is the guy offside? This thing, well, phase of play. Once we're not dealing with intent and deliberation, bro, come on.
yeah.
But continue.
Yeah, look, for me, it's offside, and I don't like. I know it's it's against the spirit of the game, and I'm a bit of a. I like fairness in sports in general, and it just doesn't. It doesn't look as nice. It's not as I don't accept. I'm not as happy when someone wins a trophy and there are controversial circumstances, which is why I will never give Barca credit.
09,
Exactly, yeah,
07,
that didn't
07.
happen. Yeah, exactly. So I just it's just what personally
And
like.
it
It's
makes-
not. It's against the spirit of the game, and it's not fair. It's not what we like to see as people who like sports. That's an obvious thing for me. But the game I liked. I enjoyed the match.
Very
That
good
goal
game,
from
very good
Benzema
game.
was ridiculous. But let's be honest, man. Benzema, I know what we say about individual performances, but based on what Benzema did as an individual, he should be on the podium. Arguably, he should. But we know that it's not just about that. We know it's about trophies as well. And you can't say that Benzema should be on the podium based on Nations League trophy. So it's probably not going to happen for him. Lewandowski, if Lewandowski was playing for a better team, maybe he would have better moments internationally as well.
So basically, Eric, you're saying Jorginho, Messi, and who?
No. Jorginho shouldn't even be top 5. Let's be honest. I mean,
wait, no. Weren't you one of the Jorginho apologists? Why have you changed your tune now?
No, I haven't changed. Look, all I said before was
You're stuttering.
Jorginho is not a bad player. Everybody knows he's better than people give him. Look at those stats. Honest, I keep talking about statistics. I know you're not. You don't like stats.
I'm not a stats. I'm not. You're right. I'm not a stats man.
Look, Jorginho did well. Jorginho did well. I know he's playing like crap now, but he has had a pretty good 2021. We have to be honest. So I'm just saying that he's not actually a bad. He's a pretty good player. Maybe he's not world class. Maybe he's gonna be the worst player to ever win it if he does. But I'm just trying to give him a little bit of credit because it's as if people just hate him for no reason. I've always liked Jorginho, man, but yeah.
But
he
I
shouldn't
mean,
be.
Eric, it would be. Again, it goes back to what we said on yesterday's Hangout. That's which is what Messi said. It should be for the best performer, not which player won the most trophies. If we're talking about Benzema is amongst the best 3.
Was Modric the best performer in 2018?
He was amongst the he was. He was man of the match in the Champions League final. He was key for Real Madrid in their run. He was man of the match in that final against Liverpool, and I think he had 3 or 4 man of the match awards in the World Cup. What more do you want?
What about my issue as well with the competition is I feel as if certain players in certain positions have almost no chance. When's the last time a goalkeeper won the Ballon d'Or, for example? So why do people not really focus on it's always catered to attacking players and players who do the silky stuff, the silky pass, the volume of goals. Why don't people like I keep saying Varane in 2018, he was amazing. He was really, really good. Champions League final, look how well he played. World Cup, he should have been there. He should have been there or thereabouts. But obviously, because he's not an attacking player, nobody focuses on him. Nobody.
Yeah, but Eric, which goalkeeper in the past decade deserved the Ballon d'Or apart from Neuer?
True, fair, but
There's never been a keeper that's a
that
Kepa.
was just an example. But my point
Bro,
is,
no,
people,
I'll
you know,
agree on
the main point,
Could be a
the
baller,
point I'm
to be
making
honest.
is, look, I'm just saying that, you know, the competition is catered towards attacking players, you know. So that's, you know, I think Varane should have won it or should have been close, you know, on the
Oh,
podium.
no, but I mean that's just obviously the thing that I mean, like, and especially in the whole Messi Ronaldo era, that's the unfortunate thing. Man. But let me bring this one's dubs. Your boy Ifak, who says Cristiano scoring two. Also, by the way, Ifak, I don't know what that AVI is. Conte is not coming to our top club, so you better change that AVI, man. Cristiano scoring 2 goals versus this France super team at the Euros isn't spoken about enough.
It was 2 penalties. Jesus Christ! I think this guy scored 2 worldies or something. Those penalties.
Plus LL, speak on Aurelien Chouamani. This kid is special. Man, okay. I don't know how to say this, but I'll try and say this. All right. Guys, don't take this personal, okay? Don't take this personal. But I feel in 2021 I can say this. I believe now, guys, relax. I'm just saying this in a.
Oh no.
Oh, he's about to take a ratio.
Oh
he's about to take
no.
a ratio.
Oh,
You could
no.
already tell, bro. As soon as you read that name and the
Oh,
way you were
no.
looking at him, bro, you could already tell.
No. All I'm saying is that.
Wow.
Okay. You can do the math. Rabiot plays due to.
Yeah, we should move
So-
on. We should move on.
So we should move. You know what? YSK, based on all the crap you said, that's the first right thing you said in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Of being on this thing, so yeah,
Wow.
we can move on.
He wrong
Bombast
for that
Ablasta. What was about to say that? Watching France can be dire at times. What? How attractive is GID and how attractive is systemic offensive football? Bayern, Liverpool, Man City. Bombast Blaster, stop hating. Bombast Blaster, stop hating. If you're telling me that watching France is dire, I don't know what to tell you because this French team, especially the front four, are you telling me that Pogba's performance? Did you see what Pogba did? Did you see what Benzema's goal? Come on, bro. Come on. No. Like this French team, and what I like about this French team is they're not married to a particular system. That word, I hate that word. Systemic. Similar to systemic racism, but I hate that word. Systemic. So my thing is,
What is this? Wait, have you been possessed by Deontay Wilder? Have you been possessed by Wilder?
Dr. Umar, bro.
So my thing here is that I want the beauty about the French team is they're outside of the system. They flow. They're like jazz. And there is just a kind of randomness in how they play, which is what I like, man. So on Bambas,
it's
That's
actually
because
ironic.
Deschamps doesn't have a real system, bro. It's
because he's old.
designed. It's designed by
Seriously,
the
what is the difference between Deschamps and Oli? Someone tell me.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And there is. What do you say? Whoa.
No.
That's too far.
What?
Wait, can I just say? I think it's pretty ironic.
Yeah, don't
that you're-
disrespect Ollie, bro.
Wait, hold on, HH. It's pretty ironic that you're disgusted with systematic when you're the one who coined system merchant. So
No, but he uses it as an insult.
Yeah, he
What do
uses
you
it as an insult. That makes sense.
Wait. Okay, guys, can I just ask?
no, but he says it's a good.
No. Why are trolls?
Oh no, this guy again.
Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Like-
Aristotle. Okay.
My
HH,
dear friend, I can't actually pronounce your name
HH,
like.
You're getting paid, bro. You're getting paid.
No, but I'm genuinely curious. Like, why? Like, what is this in intention of?
That's his
Oh,
name. Don't be so disrespectful.
Shout out to
said-
you. You moved me out of the bum list.
Don't read it. Don't try to read it.
Oh, no, but of course I'm not reading
Oh
that
yeah,
nonsense.
Seaman,
man.
you got dropped. How did Seaman
I
get
got
dropped?
dropped.
Your boy Casey says Yashin won the Ballon d'Or, only goalkeeper to do so, and GOAT. He isn't the GOAT, nor is the GOAT. I don't give a damn whether his name is called the friggin' spider or the arachnid.
But degrees of
Cool.
difficulty.
You won
man.
the Ballon d'Or. What? You won the Ballon d'Or. What?
Look at
18?
look at the time.
couple of this guy's
Hold
good.
on a minute, hold on a minute.
Insane.
Wait,
Some of the
wait,
saves he was
wait,
making for penalties.
Wait, hold on a minute.
1862.
Hold on a minute.
1862. You won the
HH, he
1862.
played with snipers on him.
Yeah, he did.
You guys know that the Soviet Union was actually one of the top teams back then.
Cold War tax.
Wait, Bombast Blaster says respect Khan still closest to touching the Ballon d'Or. And who prevented Khan from winning the Ballon d'Or? Raw now.
No CL,
Yeah,
no
man,
CL. Where's the
that guy
CL?
without a CL. That guy without a CL.
Ronaldo.
Where are we at right now? Demanshi, please can you bring some? Because I need some positivity here. So can you just talk about?
Yeah, I'm gonna be really positive. Can you zoom into my AV?
Oh, sure. Let me right away, sir. Here we go.
This is disgusting.
Here we go.
I usually give players, I give special players nicknames. I call them hymns. And this guy right here, he's one of them. It's him. And I should have put Benzema here too. That was an outstanding goal from Benzema. I don't want to talk too much about the controversy. I just want to be positive.
Thank you. Positive is the way ahead. And pessimistic bastards in the live chats. Losers.
Personally, me, I think the man of the match award should have been Pogba. That's my opinion.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Speak on it, please.
It shouldn't. Labil. And even though I have a question, HH.
Yes, sir.
Would you let's say you because let's say for this is also to Real Madrid fans too. Would you get rid of Benzema to have a partnership with Mbappe and Haaland? I just want to know.
No.
If that was a thing.
That's not gonna work, man.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. Dimanshu, hold up. Let me just.
Wow, it was going so well.
Damn bloody fool.
Nah, it's a question. I don't know because it's a question. I'm just because. Nah, it's a question. It's a question. I'm not saying like get rid. I'm talking about.
Wait, Demanshi, you have eyes. I assume you have eyes.
Yeah.
Your eyes saw what Mbappe and Benzema did in these two previous.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying. No, I'm just. I'm asking you.
What makes you think? What makes you think that Haaland?
My friend, Demanshi, where does Haaland come into this discussion?
Oh no, he's talking about Real Madrid. He's talking about Real Madrid.
No, Holland wouldn't work well with Mbappe. I don't think they would work well together.
No, it's not even that. They're both superstars, bro. They want to be the main man.
They don't want to play with each other, so
yeah, I don't see that.
Oh, stop being a hater, man! My hater. Look at this guy.
What do you mean? They give each other free motivation.
Ageist.
Hey, HH, you're ageist as well. Talking about 18,
and a bunch of other.
The man talk about them.
Okay, I was just a question. I was just like, I personally think they should have kept Benzema because I have friends like asking me questions about this or whatever. All right, so Benzema, he should be I think he should be top 3 and he should be in that podium. He after his even before this run he's going on this year, it should like at least certify his his spot at the podium because I know Jorginho, but I think they'll give it to Jorginho because of that UEFA player. I don't think he deserves it. I agree with you. I don't think he deserves it. He's an average player. But
excuse me.
He's an average player. He's an average player. He passed the ball sideways and backwards, bro.
Don't be a hater.
I'm not hating.
Eric also
supports There's nothing wrong with being an average player.
How can you say he's average, man? That doesn't work.
He's an average player. He's a
no. He's
average
good.
player. There's nothing wrong with it.
Wait, is he world class? Is he world
class? You don't watch Jorginho. He's not world class. He's not world class, but he's not average either. He's not.
So what is he? What is he?
You don't watch Jorginho. Don't.
My friend, what is he?
He's mid. He's mid.
No, I've watched Hop and Skip.
He's not mid, bro.
He's a very good player, tier 3. He's tier 3.
I know, man.
Yeah.
Hop and Skip.
He holds possession, bro.
Demands talk.
Okay, he's a good player. Okay, still don't mean anything. Who else? Lloris, really he was really outstanding today. He had 2 great saves. He had that one save from was he Oyarzabal? And that wasn't that was outstanding. That was outstanding save. And finally, I want to talk about Spain. Because they surprised me. They surprised me today.
Enrique's coaching
they played it really well. How they moved the ball and that kid Gavi, he's very good. He's very good. And yeah, that's pretty much.
And the funny thing though is that Spain gave France a much better game than Belgium did.
Yeah.
I thought Spain would win.
No,
I
that's
really
because
did. I thought they would win it.
No, let me see.
their
Which is
golden
why-
generation actually delivered. That's why.
No, like I see, this is why we have to talk about France's response because
Already.
it's true. Because no, I thought Spain were when Spain scored that goal, I was like, bro, the way they are playing and so forth. But France's character is next level. Their mental strength and character is next level, just to be able to respond. Let me come to your boy Osasuna, man. Talk to me, man. Osasuna. Are you
Yo,
there?
what's up?
Yes. The game. Talk to me.
So I'd like to say a couple of things. First, Mr. Daniel Jones Ortega, please change the AVI. Nobody cares about that fluke World Cup final. We beat you guys 5-1 the next time.
The game is in my mind. The game is 2-0. Robin 2-piece. So
Where's Robin?
I don't even have this avenue.
Robin was like, it was put into his contract by Madrid. You have to make the CS look good for the next 2 years. That's why.
In my mind, Holland won that 2-0. Robin's
Wait. Why don't you hate Robin? This guy, he was one-on-one.
Mike, my God.
I did,
Osasuna,
and then
don't answer
2014.
Don't
maybe forgive him a
answer.
little, but I still have
Ignore him. Talk about the game. Ignore him.
About this game. Let's talk about that offside for a second, because I want to give a couple scenarios. When you have, let's say, HH, you are a defender, and I'm Theo Hernandez. I'm going at you, right? If you know there is someone behind you, right? Or if you don't, either way, I pass the ball somewhere nearby your vicinity, even though there's a player miles offside. Let's say 10 feet offside, right? And it's very, very clear. And he's clearly in a more advantageous position. But because you touch the ball and you try to deliberately play the ball, it's not offside anymore. Does that make sense?
It doesn't make entire.
You know what's weird? You know how they implemented like they don't raise the flag until the play is completely finished?
Yeah.
That's
exactly
against defenders in this situation. So what's Garcia? All defenders right now are instructed to play no matter what until that whistle's blown. So Garcia or any defender that's in that situation is put at a disadvantage because if he lets him through, Mbappe is one-on-one, and if he doesn't, it's a a complete disadvantage.
The whole thing is he's trying to get the ball away from Mbappe. So as I said,
it's nonsense, man.
As
the
I said,
explanation makes sense if he's not offside to begin with. That's when it makes sense.
So what it is he's offside when the ball is played. So when the play starts, when Theo Hernandez gives the ball, and when Garcia touches it, it's because he knows Mbappe's there. If he does, as I said, if he's not there and he knows it, then he's like, oh, I'm just going to leave the ball for my goalkeeper. But he's only playing that, and that's why Mbappe is clearly involved in the play, and that's why that is pretty much by the letter of clearly offside. Furthermore, before the age of VAR, the linesman puts his flag straight up even before like Garcia touches the ball. Like the flag is up when the ball is played immediately. So the problem with that is when you have a set rule, it's like there can't be a set rule for this, because what if, let's say, you are in an offside position?
Also, let's just focus on the game. Mbappe scored that G. Talk to me just about the game, because we're going to be here back and forth with the whole offside thing.
Okay.
So look, like he scored it. It is what it is. The game as a whole.
So the first half was very cagey. Bar from that one time when Koundé did the handball thing, it was a very cagey half. But the second half, as soon as Oyarzabal scored, the game went to bits. It basically everything went to pieces. Everything became a mess. Where it was pretty much suddenly France was like, "Oh shit, we have to play now." Right? It's the same thing with Manchester United. Whenever they go 1-0 down, oh shit, we have to play the game now. Fuck the game plan. We play now for ourselves. And that's what I felt like a little bit France were doing, where they weren't in. It was like, we'll just ride along, and then suddenly, boom! Oh shit, we're in the shit. We're in the mud. We have to do something. That's where Benzema is like, okay, I'll just take it upon myself to do something because the rest of you guys are bloody useless. Mbappe, he scored a goal. He had two chances where he should have scored as well, where it was basically just one-on-one, and he decides to score the one where everyone's going to be talking about it offside. So that's the thing where Mbappe, and in the end, Mbappe gets the goal, and I think the game deserved an extra time. I wanted to watch another 30 minutes of that because the game was really open. Yeah, that's why I'm a little bit salty about this goal as well. Yeah. But and that's where I compared Deschamps to Oli. It's literally like watching Manchester United. It's exactly the same thing.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that.
They have what? You wouldn't say that because you play defensive football. You play for counterattacks. It's all about the individualism. I don't see what the difference is between what they do and what Manchester United does. The only reason it works for international level is because the tactics are less refined on the international level. You don't have a Burnley who's training with each other every day, every week to get their defensive system correct.
But then that's why you can't compare them. Because also when Deschamps was the manager for Juventus, when they went down to Serie B and so forth, he got promoted. So my thing is that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a club manager for Man United, it's time to compare him to Didier Deschamps, an international manager for France who plays less games as opposed to Ole. So it's you're comparing apples and oranges.
I guess you are right about that, but I'm saying I'm trying to just compare the two. It's very similar watching the two styles. But it was also just a very good game in the end. Like I really enjoyed watching that. It was a great game until until everything happened.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah, because I'm going to come to YSK and then I'll come to you. So before I come to YSK, BUE says Dr. Double.
You always forget about me. LL.
Oh, is that Core?
You forgetting about Core, bro.
What's that called?
BUE says Dr. H.H. Kuma, this show is too funny. Thank you, BUE. Thank you, BUE. From Whimsical Thoughts. Whimsical Thoughts says and hope. So Whimsical Thoughts says and hope. Which goalkeeper prevented Robin to get a World Cup?
Ika.
Say his full name.
I'm not sure about that. I will think about that and I will get back to you on that. I'm not sure which keeper.
Didn't Robin miss the penalty in the Champions League final?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, you know.
Apparently, he's a big time player.
Thanos City. Take it up.
Come on, guys. You're not supposed to mention.
Thanos City says, seeing Pogba at United makes me sad. He needs to leave. Well,
no, he doesn't need to leave. Somebody else, although somebody else needs to leave.
Abracadabra, who says, who's the worst to win the Ballon d'Or? J5, Morata, and Yakubu.
First of all, J5 is clear of those two. He definitely is.
I agree.
And Yakubu, I feel like he just deserves it for what he's done for Nigeria overall.
So Abracadabra, as average as I think Jorginho is, he functions better than Morata and the guy you named in there. So go on, please don't put him in that category. Those guys are genuine bricks.
Does he perform better than Morata when his family is threatened?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. That's fair. No, he does not. Ifak, who says, why do people hate on La Pioche? He has everything. Who the hell is La Pioche?
Is it Labille?
Labille.
He calls him La Pioche. Oh, well, anybody that hates him does not understand football at all. No, none at all, man. Mr. What's talk to me.
Yeah. There was a video that was sent to me on Twitter, and I just want to play the audio of this because I think it's pretty funny. So.
Okay, let's get talk. Wait, hold on. How much value do you put on this Nations League win if Mbappe does win it? How much value do you put on it? Basically, what I'm saying is, does he get into the Ballon d'Or top 3? Does he get into the Ballon d'Or top 3? Your agenda. Oh my God, this guy. No, wait. Let him answer. I want him to answer. You know that answer, bro. Hold on. Come outside, man. Come on, answer. I want to hear this. The street deserves it.
It's not far for this. You're opening the door for Cristiano Ronaldo.
No. To know that. Okay. Ziman, see, Ziman, that's why I like you.
See, man, no. This doesn't do anything. This is a regular trophy of friends. Wait, hold on. What's it like glorified friendly? Is that what they call it?
24 hours later. You know, I think we're gonna have to update the Ballon now. We're gonna have to update the Ballon now. We're gonna have to update the Ballon. See, it's no longer the Ballon d'Or. It's called the Ballon now. It's called the Ballon now.
Yo, why does it need to be my private investigator?
How do you get caught up like that?
God damn.
No, you know the funny thing is, before I asked him that question yesterday, I said be careful with what you say. Like you need to be really like careful with the words that But it is what it is. At least Cristiano has another major international trophies to his name now.
Yeah,
So
he does apparently.
Live chats, and the next person that writes WSK in the live chats will get banned. You've been warned. The next person to write WSK in the live chats will get banned. You've been warned. Continue.
Yeah. So what did you say the stream was gonna be called Redemption, the Redemption Hangout or whatever the fuck it was gonna be called. But the thing is, this is it's great. I actually condemn. I send Mbappe praises for winning this trophy, because he did have a disaster class in the Euros, and winning the Nations League doesn't actually take that away from him. Like he flopped majorly, and I mean like no shots on target, majorly flopped at that tournament. So, and you said it yourself that he flopped. So, they're your words. Moving on to Benzema. HS, can you click on my AV, please? Guys, as long as Lionel Messi is breathing, this guy doesn't sniff the Ballon d'Or.
Also, Lionel Messi isn't from San Andreas. It's Andres.
Yeah.
So he's not from San Andreas, but continue.
But he has to make the podium.
Oh, he has to make the podium.
He has to make the podium.
He's not winning.
But
He's not.
The worry
Messi
is a guy who's won the UEFA Men's Player of the Year award has never missed out on the podium on a Ballon d'Or. As far as I'm aware, I've checked it. I don't know. I haven't gone back to the dinosaur eras, but when the UEFA award came into effect, nobody has missed out. I mean, the live chat can cross-check that, but I'm pretty sure no one has missed out on the.
There are no dinosaur years. They came out in like 2009. Or something.
Yeah. So, Jorginho's. I think it's safe to say he's pretty much guaranteed a spot. And I think the next one's gonna be Lewandowski. And to be honest, his position might be in trouble. Lewandowski's position might be in doubt, because I know I don't know who that brought it up, because Benzema obviously has issues with the whole the allegations, whatever.
Yeah.
So France football either because of that rejects him, or because he's French and what he's doing for the national team, they actually include him ahead of Lewandowski. That could that dynamic,
No, because I always say that give Lewandowski the 2020 award, but
because Messi's winning it.
Yeah, Messi's winning it, and my thing
and
is
Jorginho makes it to the podium. I'm sorry, but he makes it to the podium. Like it is what it is. Let's just pray that he doesn't win it.
No, I want him to win it.
No. If he wins it, it will be funny. Like based off of purely
it's funny.
if he wins it, will be
It's
funny.
funny. It's funny because I would discredit every single Ballon d'Or winner ever. So man, listen. Pogba, the best midfielder. So, 7 assists in 2 games?
Agreed.
7 assists in 2 games until that clown, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, dropped him back to a CM. A number, alongside Yabba Dabba Doo. and then his form started dipping.
Where's his best position? Is he a midfielder? Is he a winger? Where does Ole play him normally?
Well, he should be on the left-hand side of a 3-man midfield, I think.
Okay.
So right. with a actually half decent. That's what I'm asking. If I don't want a world-class CDM, just half decent would be nice. Because hey, did you see what Fred did today?
Oh, what did Fred do?
Well, he missed an open goal.
Oh, for Brazil.
For Brazil, yeah. Neymar played. Neymar would have had an assist, but no, he missed an open goal. But listen, Pogba. Listen, guys want to clown Pogba, but he's achieving Dada United. So respect the guy. Also, don't bring up Kevin Diabiach name, man. I don't want to hear that guy's name associated with this guy, because he for another game, another major game, Pogba ran that midfield, bro. Speaking of midfielders, Gavi, man, we clowned this dude.
No.
I want to apologize.
The big jab.
No. Keep that energy, YSK. Pull it on yourself, bro.
No.
I heard
I want to
what you guys were
apologize.
saying.
I want to apologize. Listen, man. When HH was going down the list, and I saw Gavi, Xavi's, I couldn't help it. But listen, this guy has potential. Not saying he's gonna be some world beater, but he has potential. And I, like I said, if anything, fans should be excited about is the future, especially that midfield.
So relax. Don't go too deep into it, bro.
No. Honestly, I think Pedri's a nice player, and Gavi as well.
Are they better than Fred though, or no?
Fred and McTominay. Yeah, you said they were more talented.
Yeah, it was 8-2 and 3-0 to Benfica, wasn't it?
Fred and McTominay, huh?
Listen, I think. Did you say France deserved to win that?
It was 50-50.
I don't think. Lloris saved towards the end. Lloris saved them. But let's be real. Lloris saved them from at least 2 goals. I'd say 2 clear chances. Lloris saved them. So I think it was a 50-50 game, a great game, better than any international friendly trash that's been going on. And I think you know what, this competition is just going to get more and more prestige as it goes on. It's still early days, so I think it's going to build up more and more prestige. But yeah, man, it's a great watch and a great game.
If I come to Z-Man, now I'm not sure whether I should take this as something in compliments or so forth. But what I'll say is this though. If Jorginho doesn't win it, Sage, I'm going to hold you to this.
The hair on his head, or
where?
Hey, does Conte get a winner's medal or not?
No. Well, actually, no. I don't think he does, because he didn't really play much of a part of the National League thing. But no, my thing though is, Sage, if Jorginho wins it, we're having a 3-month sabbatical. Also, we're having a 3-month sermon. We're having a 3-month sermon, but we have a 3-month sermon, and also a 3-month sermon, and also yes, donate me your hair as well. Also, your hair better be rich, man. So I need all the hair I can get. LT, hopefully, La Beach extends his contract. #bomb. LT is a City fan who said that City would beat Chelsea 5-0 before the Champions League final. Just to remind you.
I love these intros.
You always give him an intro. It's like everyone knows who he is.
I'll keep saying it. I'll keep saying it until MT actually says something nice. But if it doesn't, I'll keep reminding people. Z-Man, talk to me.
No, I would say this was actually an entertaining game. It was a great game to watch before I have to go back to watching Koeman. I thought Spain actually played well, and Luis Enrique. I just like how he's managing these group of youngsters and what he's doing with them. Giving Pino a chance, an 18-year-old, giving Oyarzabal leading the front lines. I thought Oyarzabal had a decent game, to be honest with you. I thought he looked the most threatening, and he's been one of their best players in his past 2 games. I also think that I thought Torres should have been moved to the middle as a striker because
he wasn't good on the wing, man.
Yeah, through the flank, they weren't doing that much, and they were doing low-driven crosses. That's where you need at least a midfielder that could cut in and probably grab those type of balls, which, Gavi was doing to a certain extent, but he was more busy trying to control the middle of the park. So I felt like they were missing someone like Koke in the middle of the park. I also thought, Spain for the first half actually did, relatively, good job at containing France. And they seem very compact, and they seem to be moving as a unit. But as soon as they scored the first goal, you saw the naivety in some of the young players and the naivety in the team. When they lost their shape, they were creating more spaces, and that's very dangerous for a French side that has high caliber players, players of quality. And I like, Benzema really showed up, man. That was an absolute incredible goal in the way, just this guy is like a complete forward, man.
Did that say Mommy Oos? Or
Yeah, it did. You're right.
Holy shit.
Ziman, continue, please continue.
Yeah. So for me, it made I think Spain has a future to build on, and I still think as towards the end of the match, you felt like France were happy with the 2-1, and they were just sitting back and taking all the pressure from Spain, and again, that's Deschamps' style of play, and it's clearly getting them trophies, even though this team has quality, high quality players, and they're the most stacked in every position. But at the end of the day, this style of play seems to be getting them trophies. So kudos to them, and they seem like they seem like they're relying more on individuals more so than an actual strategy of playing. And this team could be a balanced team, the French side. But again, Deschamps is getting the best out of them, and it is what it is. Spain move on with more experience and improvement. And these two games have been quality.
Spain be at the World Cup? How much of a threat could Spain be at the World Cup, man?
For me, this World Cup, I would say they are probably like, in the top 6, 5 in terms of nations. Because you still have, Argentina that have a really good squad. You still have Brazil that could put up a competitive, game. And the Spanish side seems to have, one thing they have going on for him is having a person like Luis Enrique, who can't take the pressure of the media and who's really good at developing these youngsters. And I feel like he's introducing them right now so he can use them, and they could just get used to playing in international football. So I feel like they're gonna grow, and they're gonna grow as a team because they have a lot of youngsters. And this World Cup they're not gonna win it, but I think the next World Cup is definitely gonna be theirs.
All right. From your boy Abracadabra, who says, why are Chelsea the worst Champions League winners and now J5? Abracadabra, who told you that Chelsea the worst CL winners? Also, who told you that's crap? Beats Atletico, beats Real Madrid, beats Man City in the final.
They're not even the greatest CCL winners.
I think he's talking about style. That's what he meant.
Cool.
Yeah. I thought France. I always felt like France was the better team in this game. I didn't see how it was 50-50. I always saw France at least beating Spain one way or another. And the other thing is, again, it comes back to my point. Upamecano, I feel like Eric was saying.
Core. If you turn this into a band rant, I will throw you out.
No.
This is your final warning.
I'm not.
Honestly, this is your final warning. If you turn this into a band rant, I will throw you out. Continue.
Okay. So I thought Mbappe goal was a bit unpredictable. You couldn't predict whether he was gonna shoot it from the far post or whether he was gonna shoot it past the goalkeeper's legs. Another thing that I want to say is that I think that Theo is a very, very good fullback. I think he's much, much better than the likes of Koundé playing as a fullback. Again, I still don't know why Pavard is playing. I think Pavard doesn't give you anything attacking wise. And another thing I also want to say is Upamecano is a huge liability, very overrated. Like for example, when he's playing against like a defender like Lukaku, he's always gonna get bodied to the floor, and that's my problem with Upamecano in Bayern. So I don't think it was a good idea for him to be starting for France, especially in this game. I feel like
he didn't start though. He came on for Varane.
He came on for Varane.
Oh, he came on for Varane. Oh, okay. I would personally.
Did you watch the game? Did you watch the game?
No. I watched the game, but I'm saying personally, I would start with Koundé and Varane. To be honest, I would start with Koundé and Varane. I think that's the best center back partnership for France. But yeah, no question, HH. I mean, France was by far gonna beat Spain. I mean, though France had no, I mean, Spain had no chance of beating France. I know that for sure.
Come on, H. Don't bring out that
Wait,
comment. Why you gotta be
wait.
so mean?
Cool. Are you when are you moving to Newcastle?
There's only one team I know. It's called BAYERN. That's the only team I know.
And
There's actually Bayern Leverkusen.
ACMILAN and BARCELONA and BORTMUND. Go the hell out of here, man.
Yeah,
Abudara
clown
says,
me all you
Cole,
want.
shut
Clown
up.
me all you want.
Shut up. He says, Cole, how is Newcastle siding after your takeover? Look, I will not be surprised if very soon this dude becomes a Newcastle fan, bro. Trust me, I will not be surprised. Shut up, man. Barry, talk to me about the game. Round this off, man. Barry.
Bonsoir tout le monde. I thought it was a very good game. I really enjoyed it. Spain was very good. They are a force to be reckoned with for the upcoming World Cup. You know, I think if Ansu Fati was there as well as Pedri, it would have been a more a more complicated game for France. But overall, I thought it was a very good game. In France, I love the way that they reacted to the goal. You know, the great teams don't always play well. You know, they're gonna be dreadful sometimes. The passing is gonna be dreadful.
It's how you respond.
Yeah, exactly. The great teams know how to respond and have that edge psychologically to get over with. But it was a very good game, and I'm very happy about Mbappe. You know, shutting the haters up because the thing is, the penalty and everything. It was a very bad moment for me because I had a bad agenda, but I'm very happy by the way he responded due to the penalty and everything. So overall, it was a good night for me.
Before we go to our next thing, Ricky Reconis says, thank you for the dog, man. Thank you, H, for stopping Cole talking about Bayern. Still terrified. Ricky, if he wants Bayern to be successful, I think he wants to hire an exorcist to get this guy completely away from your club, bro. So, guys,
Yeah.
Shut up. I want to bring up an image, man. Vilton. Vil.
Yeah. What's up?
How you doing, man? Is everything good?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
How's the family?
It's alright. Same old. Different
Like
day.
work life, everything good? Everything fine?
Yeah.
Cool. Vilton, we had, remember, must have been like a week or a few weeks ago, and I said that Neymar seems disinterested and sort of out of it, and he seems to be falling out of love with football, which is similar to what happened with Adriano, Ronaldinho. And he said, "No, shut up, HHH, you're lying, blah blah. How do you know that you basically mocks me, insults me, and you called me a bald-headed leprechaun?" And then I was like, "Did you just call me a bald-headed leprechaun?" And then you said yes.
Wait, is that what the sheriff called me?
No. He said, and then you said, "Yes, I did. You Nigerian piece of shit."
Wow.
So not only did you call me bold, you insulted my country, and you got so if we put that to one side and your extremely rude and prejudiced attack towards me, you doubled down and said that, hey, you have nothing to talk about, you geriatric asshole.
What?
So, based off of this abuse that he gave me, I was like, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, man. You know, maybe you're right and everything. Lo and behold, he does an interview with DAZN. And instead
the zone.
The zone.
Doesn't.
It's called the zone.
Doesn't.
No, hold up.
No, it's
Why is it
donated.
spelled DAZN?
It's called the zone.
It's donated.
Why is it
DAZN.
spelled
It's a German publication. You don't even know how to spell. Come on.
HH
Oh,
and Floyd
shut up.
Mayweather have same English
The-
teacher,
the
man.
zone.
The zone, man, bro.
Small with text. Miss Small with text.
Now
Miss
name
Smallwood
that
text, yeah.
name. Now
Okay,
let me
so-
know.
Okay, so this is called the zone. This right is called the zone.
Yeah.
It's called
Yes.
Or doesn't.
No, it's called the
No,
zone.
the zone,
What the
the
hell?
zone.
It's called the zone. Who said doesn't?
Yeah, it's
You guys are clowns, man. You guys are clowns.
Be
Wilson,
nice, talk to me
Wilson,
nice.
he said that he's fallen out of love with the game of football and he's going to retire after the
Shout out to
2022
DAZN, man.
World Cup. So, I'm gonna go
That's
Google
This
what
guy-
what it's
This
called.
guy's got a Sky story at Sky Sports, Key Sports, man.
Let me Google what it's saying. Explore. This is DAZN. DAZN is a global over the top.
Bro, it's
DAZN.
shout out to ski football, man. Ski football.
Wait. How is DAZN pronounced? How
No,
is DAZN pronounced?
The zone, bro.
no, bro, this guy's not touching
The zone. The zone.
No,
Oh
the
my
zone.
God. Zone.
The
Zone
zone,
is for,
zone, like zone with a Z.
Yes.
Well, how do you pronounce DAZN? DAZN
Oh,
is a
no, it's the
global.
zone.
Oh my god, man.
The
It's the
zone.
zone. Bro, we're not trolling you, man. It's called the zone.
It's just a hipster way of saying
Yeah, whatever. I don't
Yeah, bro,
trust
you know,
fans. I'm gonna
season-
say
No,
whatever.
season-
we're being honest.
No,
Yeah, shy, whatever.
No, it's fine.
yeah, it is
No,
actually the zone.
no,
It's
it's
actually
I
the
don't
zone.
care. I don't care. I'll find
No,
out.
guys.
Whatever,
I don't trust these guys.
whatever.
I don't
it's
trust
okay,
these guys.
it's
You always
okay,
want to make
it's
me look
okay,
foolish.
it's
You want to make
okay,
me
it's
look
okay.
foolish.
Call it DAZN. Keep calling it DAZN. It's funny.
Okay. He had an interview on D.
Whoa.
Hey,
Whoa.
He had an interview on Z.
Pause.
He had an interview on Z. So
Wow, on
Z
Z, man.
interviewed him.
Well, you better
And
offend
he said-
Raphael.
He said that look, that World Cup is going to be my final World Cup, and then he has fallen out of love because he doesn't have the strength of mind. So Wilson, he said he doesn't have the strength of mind of football anymore, and the World Cup will be his last thing. What is your response to that statement?
When I saw it, I was like, it's kind of reactionary, to be honest with you. It's just, I just think because of the criticism that he gets a lot in Brazil, that other superstars then don't get that much. So I think it's mentally draining him. But to be honest with you, he said he's gonna retire after that's what he's probably saying. But I do think that it's reactionary in a bit, because if Brazil wins, is he really gonna retire? Like, because I'm just trying to figure it out. Because my thing with Neymar, because he said he's not gonna be in the next World Cup after 2022, which is in 2026. So in 2026 he'd be 34. And the last time, to be honest with you, a Brazilian superstar was the main star of like for Brazil at any World Cup. That has never happened ever in their history. There's never been a Brazilian superstar at the age of 34 or 35 that's been the main superstar ever. Usually around this time, the torch is usually passed on to the next generation, and which was, you could say maybe Kaká. You could say Kaká passed it down to Neymar. Then now it's up to Neymar to deliver the World Cup for Brazil, which is really that's just been he's obsessed with the World Cup, which as he should be, because he said that it's been his dream since he was a kid to win it. But my thing is, I don't think he's gonna retire from football. I just think he's gonna say he's gonna retire from international, because he just signed a contract with PSG for 6 years, unless something like that. I don't remember the exact length of the contract, because if he says he's gonna retire after 2022, does that mean a PSG contract is gone too? Because I just think he's gonna do it from international career, because I've seen players in sport say they're gonna retire and they come back. So I don't know how much I can say he's gonna do that, because
but focus on where he says that he doesn't have the strength of mind to deal with the pressures of football anymore. What
we've
do you
seen
say
it.
with that?
We've seen it. This is why I praise Cristiano with his elite mentality, because we saw it with Messi in 2016. Messi losing
Yeah,
so
he did
many
retire. Yes,
finals.
he retired.
He
Yeah.
retired. Like, and Maradona told him, "You can't do that, bro. Like, you just have to go to the pen." And he finally won it. He finally won his first international trophy. Like, how old is Messi? 34, He finally won it last summer. So we've seen it before, but for him to say it's mentally draining, I do understand it a bit, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a bit reactionary because I do think if Brazil win it in 2022, I don't think he's going to retire. But at the same time, though, I never thought he was going to be the main star in 2026 because if we based on track, it's like the first World Cup you saw was 94, right?
Mm.
Since when? Since you started watching football, have you ever seen a Brazilian superstar at the age of 34, 35 be the main star at any Copa America or World Cup ever?
You see, I haven't, but here's my thing though. Because I did the math of like, okay, he'll be 34, 35. You can still play, but yeah, that is pretty old to be a main man for Brazil. But my thing is announcing it and saying it will be. It's funny, but the thing I even want to see, that's actually not my focus. My main focus is what we had conversations about, which is why I said that something about Neymar, it feels as if he just doesn't have the same hunger he has for the game that he normally had. And he came out and said that obviously the pressure from Brazil, reporters, and so forth, maybe has said that he's now sort of he doesn't have the strength of will to really exert himself and doesn't have the same passion he has for the game as he had. Because my thing is, Ronaldo was 21 at the 98 World Cup. 21. And however much pressure Neymar had for Brazil, Ronaldo had more pressure. Because I think Ronaldo had already won the Ballon d'Or when he came into that World Cup. So if we're talking about pressure, it was that. Now, I still believe that France poisoned Ronaldo in that final. That's my story. But another story is he got too nervous and he was too nervous before that final game. And then obviously he had the convulsions that Roberto Carlos saved him from. So my thing is, whatever Neymar's pressures aren't unique to him because you do not have more pressure on your shoulders than Ronaldo in 98 as a 21-year-old who was probably the best player in the world at the time. Hence why everybody looked towards him. So, Wilson, aren't we right to question his mental strength by him saying these words?
A little bit, yeah, because you do kind of like what type of mentality. But at the same time, though, for him to have all these injuries to come back from it, I don't know if it's just mentally draining on him because I do understand that Brazil, obviously, it's not the Brazil of the past where you had Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, Cafu, and one team like Lucio.
Yeah,
I do understand that because from a perspective point, 2014. Brazil, I just think because we were home merchants, that's the reason why we got to the semis, to be honest with you. Then 2018, that was the year, I think, because lost to Belgium. Neymar was coming back from injuries. So he wasn't really informed. But then 2019, Brazil winning the Copa America without you. Then last summer, you performed well, but you lost in the final to Messi on home soil. So I think all of that and then getting criticism because of him not winning it. Because we know this, Neymar is he said it openly. His dream ever when he was a kid was always winning the World Cup Brazil. So my thing is, I think it's a bit reactionary just because we've seen players change their mind about it. Because when Messi retired, I didn't think he was going to come back. Then he came back right before the 2018 World Cup.
He was always going to come back. Messi was always going to come back.
Nah, but I did understand from Messi's perspective because you lost 07, 14, 15, and 16.
No. You can't just retire like that, bro.
What do you mean you understand it?
No, because bro, like so much pressure on him, and he's like, bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying, bro, listen.
Are you crazy?
I'm not saying it's right.
There was more to that. There was way more to that.
Yeah. I'm not saying Messi did the right thing return, but from his perspective, I do understand why. He's like, bro, I'm not Jenks. I'm worse than HS. I'm a Jenks. Like every time I get to the final, I lose. So maybe this team is better off without me.
Speaking of Jinx, Tyson Fury is immortal.
Yep.
Defeated Drake. And
HH, please, don't do that. Don't do it. No, but to be, I think Tyson Fury has he has divine help. I think he.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, look, it's
The gypsy
it's
spirit.
serious, man. It's serious.
Okay, wait. So let me actually.
but as-
Okay, Bill, to finish your point.
Yeah, but finish up. I don't know. I'm gonna just go by what he's saying right now because he did say something like that back in
Bilton, there's
2019.
pressure, man. Now there's
There is
pressure on
pressure.
this World
There's
Cup.
always,
This
there's
is
always
a and
pressure
also
to win it.
Bilton, they're not beating France. You know they're not
You
beating
can't.
France.
No, I can't say
They're
that.
not.
this
They're
year
not
because
Bilton not
no,
France. team,
it's
man.
aren't you the same football analysis that said football is not play on paper? It's play on the pitch. Weren't you the same guy that said
I lied.
France were
I
gonna?
lied. I
Didn't you
lied.
say? Okay, it's just didn't you say France were gonna lubricate Switzerland in the Euros? You said that.
Can I respond?
Go ahead.
They did. But what happened was something that I still don't understand. They beat them. They were 3-1 up against neutral merchants.
Can you explain Turkey?
Dark horses, supposedly.
Yeah, but back to the whole Neymar thing. Yeah,
back
like
to the Neymar. Yeah.
I don't know. At 2026, I don't think he's gonna be the main star by then because by that age, I think he'd be.
Vinicius Junior will be the main.
I think the torch will probably gonna be passed down to
Richarlison.
to Benny.
That's-
I don't know why
that's
you
the
guy
guy.
laughing though.
Who said
I don't know why you guys.
Richarlison?
I don't know why you
Yeah,
guys laughing.
Who said Richarlison?
I don't know why you guys are actually laughing.
I did.
If Benny
What's up,
perfect,
man?
if Benny perfects his
Richarlison,
finishing,
bro.
this guy could actually be a world class player if he actually
Wow.
perfect
So
his
after just
finishing.
30, he's gonna get dethroned by Vinny Jr.
Bro, it's the same thing. When at this age, bro, Dino was already passing the torch down to Neymar. Neymar took over at the age of 18.
Hold on, because I need to bring other guys into this whole thing. So before I come to Oyema, man, Abudi says, so now HH is giving the media a nickname. How am I giving the media a nickname? I'm not giving the media a nickname.
Yeah.
DAZN, man. DAZN.
DAZN.
Shout out DAZN, man. Shout out DAZN.
Yeah, that's him.
Abudi, man. Relax.
Abudi?
Relax. Okay, it's called Z. I'm calling them Z. From Chris, who says, guys.
Who said our booty?
I don't understand what this means.
Oh,
Guys have Always Live in the background. The Blue Studio has one.
Hey man, don't diss the grind, man.
I mean,
First of all, that's a lie. It's more than one view, and yeah, he's talking about Abdullah. Abdullah is streaming right now, and I think he's finished his show, and then maybe he'll come. He will finish.
Yeah. No. Look, he's always also welcome me. And look, shout out to Blue.
Wait, that made no sense. I don't understand what it was meant.
I don't know.
Yeah, same here.
Look, what's it called? Look, Chris, man, we love our boy Abdullah. He just starts, you know.
Yeah, don't speak on him. Don't speak on his name.
He can be a bit, you know.
Don't you dare speak on his name, man. Don't you dare.
Oyema, talk to me about this Neymar thing, man. I mean, what are we to make of this? He's gonna quit. You see,
You
quit.
You know what? With the Neymar situation, I kind of have to like put myself in his shoes because it's easy to judge him.
Oyema, he is going to be the biggest waste of talent we've ever seen.
Okay, sure, but let me finish. Generation,
before you go, Ricardo, what club do you support, bro?
Barcelona.
Okay.
What does that do with anything?
Wow.
No. I just wanted to know, bro.
Okay. Wilson already knew that.
No, so my thing with Neymar, look, I've always liked Neymar despite the fact that he's left. It is what it is. He tried to, fry a bigger fish, didn't work out. But I've always felt bad for him just because he was always touted to be the guy to take Messi and Ronaldo's spot in world football. So he's had that pressure on him from day one. There was no doubt about that. I think the thing with Neymar, he's a very emotional guy and he needs to feel the love of his people in order to feel fulfilled in a sense. With Ronaldo, for example, he has unconditional love from Portugal. So he was always like, he never really felt like the people that loved him the most was against him. As for Messi, he's Argentine. Everybody knows that Maradona was always going to be more loved than Messi ever was, right? And
has that changed now, though? Has that changed?
No, I'm getting to that.
Relax.
I'm not saying in Argentina, like they will always love Maradona more, maybe unless he wins the World Cup, but I don't think that's happening. Okay, but let's be honest. In the beginning, they didn't like Messi because he didn't grow up in Argentina. He didn't play in Argentina, so there was always that preference of Maradona, and there was always that pressure to live up to him. It wasn't up to the when he retired the first. I think it was like the first time, whatever, because of all those consecutive losses. But there was actually deeper than that. There was so much corruption in that FA that he just couldn't. He just couldn't handle it anymore. I remember one time they went to a press conference saying that the players and him will not be answering any questions from the media because of so much negative press. It wasn't until they were literally about to crash out of the World Cup and where Messi saved their ass where they started appreciating him more. And then obviously winning the Copa America completely just it changed. Like people in Argentina completely love this guy. And the thing with Messi and Ronaldo is that both these guys have not only unconditional love in their home country, but they have unconditional love around the world. The only people that hate either player is the opposing fans. It's really the only ones. Now, where did Neymar come in? Neymar plays in a country that it's World Cup or nothing, right? All right. Now, it doesn't help his case that in 2019, Brazil won Copa America without him, and then when they play with him in 2021,
Wait, man. Let me just pause you real quick. So you said World Cup on nothing.
Yeah.
So is the point that you're making that if you don't win the World Cup as a star, people will resent you? Are you making that point?
Not exactly. It's just I'm just trying to see who Neymar is as a person because for him to
no, because the reason I brought that up is Zico, 1982. That's the 1982 Brazil team are the best team not to win a World Cup.
Right.
Do your Googles, go to YouTube. They were amazing. They played some of the best football you've ever seen at a World Cup, and even if they didn't win the World Cup, Zico is still revered today.
No, for sure, but that's the point I'm getting to. Neymar has Neymar's never
media era too.
But Neymar's never had the unconditional love of his country the same way other players have. Neymar has always been this like you either love him or you hate him, and unfortunately it extends to his country. And at no point in his international career has he achieved something that would turn the hate to love the same way that Messi has had for Argentina. So I could see how the fact that him not getting that love that he probably wants from Brazil has affected him mentally, and thinks like, well, if I can't do it in the World Cup, then there's literally nothing in the game of football that I could do to win the respect of my own Brazilian people. And we even saw it this summer when some people in Brazil wanted Argentina to win because they wanted to see Messi win for the national team. And he took that very personally because he went on his Instagram and everything and started slandering Brazilians who wanted Argentina to win. And I think it has to do that the unconditional support is just taxing on him, and he can't do it no more. And I think Argentina, oh fuck, he just missed. But yeah, no, I think with Neymar, I think that'll be his last World Cup. I think that he's retiring from international play, not club football, obviously. But I think he'll play Copa America in 2024. But I think that's probably his last World Cup.
Ricardo, would you say because of the whole social media aspect where we end now, would you say early 2000 before this whole Twitter, Instagram crap, would you say the scenario would have been different?
I think it definitely would have been, because that's always been an argument, even with to extend to like Michael Jordan and LeBron James. LeBron James had an incredible amount of pressure on him since the day he pretty much had his basketball games televised from high school, whereas Michael Jordan never had to deal with that. Like these players today can't shut that off. Like every minute of their day, they're being judged by somebody's fingers over Twitter. Whereas back in the day, you just turn off your TV and you don't hear anything of it. You can't escape it.
So why I might have missed it. Neymar is retiring. Why exactly? Why is he retiring?
Well, you say he's just mentally not there anymore, pretty much. But I think he
doesn't have strong mental strength, which is the fact.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to understand him because he's not even completely loved in Brazil. And if you're not even loved at home, then like kind of why you?
Yeah, what's the point? What's the point in? Look, HH said he can't abandon his country, but many people have done that. Many players have. Many players switch nationalities.
Zidane. But what I'm thinking, what I'm hearing is a sense of, because you're not overall loved by people in your country, you're now saying that, oh well, therefore I don't want to play anymore. My thing is Neymar, like, okay, one man can't do everything. I get it. I understand. And you did play well in that Copa America final. But you did lose a Copa America final to your sworn rivals in a final game on a home soil. I mean, it is what it is. And my thing is like, of someone of your talents, you have to to deliver. But my thing
You
is
know
that
what it
even
probably
if this was
is?
your last thing, to come out and say this is problematic. Having to say this is a sense that you almost want sympathy from people, and he wants to get a reaction from people. My thing is that why would you even say it? That's where I'm coming from. Why would you even say it? Let me come to your boy Daniel. Talk to me, man. Daniel. Talk to me about this whole Neymar thing. Where do you stand, man?
Yeah, so when he first moved to from Barcelona to PSG, I mean, I remember loads of people in the Hangout were saying that it was because he wanted to get out of Messi's shadow, and he wanted to build his own career and stuff like that. But from my perspective, I mean, this is just my personal perspective.
Mm.
I just think he sees football as like, obviously he enjoys football, he loves it, and he loves competing in it. But he sees it more as a job, and he makes a lot of money playing football. And I think when he had the offer to go to PSG, that was just a lot of money. They were offering him a
Oh,
lot of
okay,
money,
wait.
and
So you're saying are you saying that he always viewed it as a job?
well, no, I say it's a combination of both. Some players are more focused on their careers,
Mm.
and obviously they have their financial side. They focus on that as well. But I think with Neymar, it was more like he has no affiliation with PSG. It's just that obviously they were offering him a lot of money, so he decided to go there. Maybe at the time he could have moved somewhere else where it could have probably been a lot better for him competitively if you're talking about like football. But or maybe just stay at Barcelona. But no, they were offering him money, so he went there. So anyway, my point is, um, when he's saying now that he's going to retire, from my perspective, because I think this way where I just think like maybe he just cares more about money. He just cares about just his job.
Mm.
I think now where he's come to a point now where he's got enough money where he's just said, I don't need to do this anymore. This is not something that I particularly want to do. I don't want to wake up in the morning every day. I don't want to go training. He wants to chill. He wants to relax. He's got enough money, and I think he's just seeing now like I don't need to do this anymore. I can just retire. But I don't think it's anything to do with him not being able to compete or him having. I mean, he'll use the excuse that he has like maybe he's just mentally too much for him. But I think it's just that he just doesn't want to do this anymore with his life, and I think it's fair enough. He's got enough money; he can do whatever he wants. So yeah.
No. Look, it's weird. Like, you can't begrudge a guy for saying that. Look, I've done all I've want to done as a player and everything and so forth. But it's like you have to think about how Neymar was marketed to us and what we thought Neymar was going to be. We thought, no, this is going to be the next superstar. So the next superstar and face of football has come out and said, I don't have the hunger for like he had to feel away. The guy who we
Yeah.
thought was going to be
I mean, you
the
saw
next.
him like when he was injured and stuff. He was always making like he was playing Fortnite. He was doing Twitch streams. He wasn't like super involved in his football career all the time.
Honestly, Dan, understand it's a shame, man, because I thought that this was going to be the next guy. But again, we can't enter into guys' head. And look, you can't begrudge a guy who just wants to make money from himself. You can't. Like Casey says that he plays with Richie and Fred. He deserves sympathy. And by Richie, he's obviously referring to Ray Charlison, who has to rank as one of the dumbest football players of all time.
Him or Carrasco, HH? Who's...
No, Carrasco actually found his brain, so...
Yeah.
Oh, and apparently Messi scored against Paraguay or something.
Banger. Uruguay.
Okay. Well, do it in a World Cup knockout, please. Do it in a World Cup knockout.
Wow.
Wise kid, talk to me, man. Neymar. Talk to me about your guy Neymar.
Yeah, I was having a little back and forth with your boy Bill earlier on, and I told him when he first came onto the scene, I think it was the first time I got started watching like videos of him in Brazil and everything was in like 2012 ish, and there was this whole hype around him. Do you remember the goal of the century thing where he's like ran through the whole team and
for Santos, yeah.
So the hype was real, man, and I told Wilton, I was like, bro, I'm not hating on this guy. It's like at the end of the day, it's his choice. He's his own person. I'm not with the whole telling people how to live their lives type thing. So it's his decision at the end of the day. But as a football fan, it's just so like disappointing to see a guy who could have been. I'd argue he could have been better if in terms of just something about
ability and
watching
talent.
Neymar,
Yeah.
ability and just watching this guy, and if he developed into a more, because I feel like at PSG actually has become a better footballer in general. It's just
Yeah.
the effectiveness is gone to shreds. He could have been up there with Cristiano and Messi for sure,
Yeah.
without a doubt, because he had the ability. He just needed the professionalism which he lacked. And you talk about him being injured and then him playing Fortnite. You don't see Cristiano or Messi playing Fortnite. They're too busy worried about rehabilitating themselves to get back into peak condition, bro. That's why you rarely see them injured at all, And again, it's like, listen, do your own thing, man. It is what it is. But it's as a football fan, it's so like I told Wilton, bro, this is one of football's most tragic stories. Say
Yes.
because Wilton's convinced that he'll win the World Cup in 22. I don't know about that. Anything can happen.
They can't beat France if they run into
Says
France.
Anything can
who?
happen.
Says who? Says who? Says
Wilton,
who?
mute, mute.
Do you know the
Why is it so
future?
pro-
No, do you know
why
the
is it so
future? Do you know the future?
Why is
Gabby
it
goal,
so
bro.
pro-
Gabby goal. Gabby goal.
Gabby Goal. In France won it with Giroud. So why can't we win with
Why is
Gabby
it-
Goal?
Can you talk over?
What's the
Wilton,
difference between
hold on,
Gabby
hold on.
Goal and Giroud? I'm confused. Somebody explain to me the difference between Giroud and Gabby Goal. Explain it to me. That
So,
you
why
score
is the
a
USA?
bicycle kick?
Why
Is
is
that,
the
is that the
You guys
difference?
don't have
Okay, no.
Mbappe.
Wilton has a point. It has a point. We can't read the future. But I'm just saying, Richie Rich, Fred. I mean, if I was
Bro,
Neymar, I'd
by the
consider-
way, SK, we didn't call Richarlison for this qualifier. We have Rafinha now. Okay, we
I mean-
actually have a proper right winger now.
Yeah, I mean, who's a striker though? that's what I want to know.
Bro, you don't need a phenomenal
Jesus.
striker.
Okay,
You just have
okay,
to be
well, okay.
finessing.
Gabby
You
goal,
just have to be
Gabby goal.
efficient.
Wilton, we'll see.
Gabby goal.
Because the World Cup isn't in 4 years; it's next year, so we'll see. Here's the thing though. You can't sympathize with him because he hasn't got a great Brazilian team around him. But the thing against him is they won a trophy without him. They have a Copa America to his name without him, and it is true to an extent. The pressure that he gets is I don't know why guys would be surprised because it's Brazil. The reason why Cristiano didn't get all that pressure is Portugal never won a trophy. Messi was a different case because Messi was always going to be in the shadow of Maradona. Cristiano never got the pressure because Portugal was a nation who had never won anything. So the guys like Messi and Neymar always is going to get pressure. It's just about how you're built mentally. That's how you deal with it. And him being an emotional guy, I don't want to compare the two, but Cristiano is a very emotional guy. He's a very emotional guy. Obviously, people are different. But I just think it's weird that he came out and said this.
That's the thing, man.
I don't understand. Like, what is he? Like, what's he trying to achieve from saying this? Is he like trying to psych himself up to making a big, finale at the World Cup?
It's just weird to sort of give that and proclaim that and say those things of like,
Yeah,
I don't have the strength of mind for football anymore. Like, what does that mean?
that's the thing though. Like, I don't understand. Obviously, I think he means I don't think he's retiring. I mean, I hope he doesn't because I still want to see him play.
Yeah.
So I think it's just last World Cup. He'll be at the Copa. You never know. He might still come back. I don't think he's retiring from club football. Although saying that, I don't think he'll be at PSG for much longer. To be honest with you, I still believe that he'll end up in Brazil. In a few years' time. No, just the thing is it's just tragic, man. I was expecting so much from this guy. He was going to be the next superstar, and it's just a shame. Like the guy can do his own thing, of course, but just as a football fan, I have the right to say, man, it's just a real shame what's happened to him. And if he doesn't, his career, he ends the career. I know you don't rate the Ballon d'Or, but we got to add that in there. No Ballon d'Or. Was it no World Cup?
No Copa America.
No Copa America.
That's messed up.
And then what your the thing is Wilton brought up because he compared him to Messi retiring as well, the whole mentality thing.
Yeah.
Messi has a club legacy to at least put forth. What does Neymar have? Like he was the N in MSN.
He
Like,
scored an
hasn't got
amazing goal for Santos.
He has goal of the century. Like
he has a Ligon.
Like we can discuss this guy in the same breath as Robinho, Adriano, and Freddie Adu even maybe, but it hasn't got a club legacy like that.
Basically, if Neymar was to retire today, he doesn't have a legacy.
Yeah.
There is no legacy. He's just like, oh, that was a very talented player, but you've not left an imprint on the game. You haven't.
It's just the hype. It's just the hype at the end, and it's just a shame. So yeah.
Your boy Amos K says Messi just scored the weirdest crazy goal. Shout out to Messi, man. Shout out to your boy Messi. I love him so much. But Amos K, can you please tell Messi that please save this for a World Cup knockout? Save this for where we Qatar. Save this for Qatar, please. Man says, how does this interview help him get support from Brazil? Sympathy. If he says this, maybe Brazil will be like, oh my gosh, look at how maybe we've been too harsh on him. Maybe we've been too hard on him or so forth. And maybe we need to pay back and so forth. So yeah, it's the sympathy votes, man. It is always.
It could also backfire. It could be the opposite effect. People could see that as weakness. So
that's the danger. That's the danger. When guys are not already on your side, that's the danger. Wait, I didn't some of the guys to comment. So who else wants to jump in on this?
I do.
Barry, talk to me.
Can Z-Man go?
Okay, Z-Man. Talk with Z-Man.
All right, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to say, the thing about the Neymar is he's such an incredible talent. He's an amazing talent. And I feel like with someone of his talent, you kind of expect more from him. And then you look at what's expected of him as a player. And, you might say, well, that was the thing that was expected from the prior Brazilian greats like R9. But then, he grew up in the social media, the modern era. And he probably felt that pressure more because he's in tune with his followers. He's more in tune with people, talking about him and almost, slandering his name, comparing him to Hazard and whatnot. So he's more in tune with that. And that's the problem. I think it's getting to him because he is a very emotional guy. And seeing those type of comments, I think it affects him. But when you're a professional, you're playing at the elite level, this is where your surroundings matter the most. Where you have to be surrounded by people who are professionals, people who want the best for you, who will keep you out of those type of situations. Because he clearly that's having an effect on him if he had to say it in an interview. So for me, that's where Neymar, in terms of Neymar's legacy as an overall, I wouldn't say he has nothing. I wouldn't compare him to Freddie Adu. That's going too far. That's going too far.
They were both hyped up by Pele. He was both hyped up.
Nah, Freddie Adu, bro, that guy was garbage. It's not even close, bro. No, I would say this, man.
I'm convinced it's all a con. Like I'm convinced it was a con, the Freddie Adu thing.
No, it was.
No, it was.
It was to sell the MLS, bro.
He's an actual food seller now. He's an actual food seller.
Wait, he doesn't actually sell food, does he?
Oh,
maybe we don't know.
There's a documentary about him. But anyway, I would say that Neymar. There's always been a question of like his professionalism. Does he really care about his diet? Does he take good care of himself? Does he really want to be the best player in the world? And that's always been a question revolving around for someone who's this talented, who's supposed to take the mantle of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi and become that dude for his generation or for the next generation. And it feels like, he hasn't necessarily fulfilled it. That's where it becomes a problem of like building your legacy and knowing where you're at. And I just feel like he's wasted his career. And to a certain extent, it's down to his environment and the people around him and his ambitions not being aligned with that. He's talked about how much he wants to be the best player in certain interviews, but in other interviews he talks about his surroundings. He's always said that. He said that being surrounded by great players lifts him up and makes him want to perform at an elite
when
class.
was this? When did he say this? When?
He said this like a while ago. Like I want to say like when he was in Barcelona, he was talking about like, yes, the Xavi being surrounded by these players makes him want to perform at an elite class and reach to their level and reach, their achievements in terms of winning a World Cup, winning the Champions Leagues and wanting to be the best. And he definitely had the trait for it. He definitely had the talent for it. It's just about applying it. And that's where, that's where you have to question a player like Neymar. But in terms of this interview, I just find it weird how you could be like this, how you could say this, and what benefit you're going to get out of this. Is this a way to get sympathy from the fans for them to see the human side of you?
I
actually have a theory on this.
Of like, forget the whole, this is my last, okay, that's fine. It's that whole thing of, I feel that because I wouldn't even know, I want to get even the exact words. It's like where he said that I just don't feel that
I have
this
like
is going to be
a
like
theory
my
on this actually.
that I don't have the strength of mind anymore. Basically admitting that you're mentally weak. That's different, man. So, Danny, wanted to say something.
Yeah, so I have a theory on like why he said it, because I think like he said he was going to retire after the World Cup, and I think by that time it's when like his contract is ending. I'm not sure, but I think it probably is, because otherwise he couldn't retire. So I think he just wants to kind of like tell people, hey, don't like talk about me going to other clubs, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to retire. So he just kind of wants to stay out of like the media kind of thing. That's my theory anyway.
Oh, wait, you're saying he's gonna retire from just football as a whole?
Yeah, I think so.
It could be international football.
So look at this. So this is the quote. It says that I am facing it like the last World Cup because I don't know whether I will be able to mentally endure more football. That is a totality.
It doesn't talk
statement.
about international football.
It doesn't talk about international. It says I'm facing it like the last World Cup because I don't know that I'll be able to mentally endure more football.
Does he mean?
Yeah, but more football, as in like international, just additional football to club football.
He just said football. He just said to endure more football.
Man,
so
if
I
this guy
think
retires,
that's
man,
a
like
total
that,
thing of like he just feels he's going to retire. So to retire and guys, my thing is this is what I said before. It is a Brazilian thing of how you see guys sort of fall out of love. It happens. This kind of thing, it happens. Your boy Chris, thank you for the dub. Neymar retired from football when he went to PSG in his mid-20s. It's a shame because he had all the talent in the world and could have surpassed Cristiano Ronaldo.
You know what's sad, HH?
Cristiano Ronaldo. What's that?
You know what's sad, HH?
What's
the
that?
fact that Neymar's retiring and Hazard isn't. Like Neymar brings more to the sport than Hazard. So
yeah.
So Hazard needs to retire as well.
Wait, HH, who fell more, Neymar or Hazard?
Who eats more Burger King?
Hazard, definitely.
No, I wasn't trolling. It's a genuine question because
So say who failed more?
Yeah.
Why so much slander there?
Hazard.
Really?
Yeah.
To be fair, the expectation was higher for Neymar.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say.
No, but he said who? For me, Neymar has still done things. For what Hazard was and how good he was before he joined Real Madrid, and for what he gave, bro, come on, man.
But was he ever hyped as much as Hazard?
Neymar hype?
I think he was, bro. He was.
Hype.
But not to that extent.
Nothing, man.
Hazard had a way better national team around him too. So.
No, but the thing is, Hazard had a much better club career than Neymar. Like Hazard can still look back and say, "I did this for Chelsea. I won multiple Premier Leagues." Neymar never did that.
Yeah, but Neymar was still crucial
because
he was still a vital part of that Barca side.
But he wasn't the main guy.
Neymar actually won like a treble. He's actually won the Champions League. You can look
Hazard
at his
hasn't got a
trophy
Champions
cabinet.
League medal.
Yeah, no, but what I'm trying to say is that
so Detroit's Rock City, who says Brazil must win the World Cup after that 7-1 humiliation.
Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Yeah, that's bad. That's all-time low.
But them winning the World Cup, it's gonna be very unlikely, bro. It's very unlikely that they win the World Cup.
Well,
let's be real.
You don't believe in Richarlison?
Or I do not. I don't
know why you guys keep on saying
Richard, can I speak on this?
No, you can't.
Who's speaking?
Me.
Okay, talk. Go for it.
All right, I'm gonna be brief. This is really sad. Neymar was supposed to be, that guy, the guy that was supposed to, be the number one to take the mantle after of Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi. It's a shame because we never got to see him reach his potential. And about the situation, I knew he was falling out of love for the game, but like I would never expected him to come out and like publicly say it. So that shocked me. Here, this situation, I don't know if you guys watch basketball, but this situation reminds me of Kyrie Irving. Both very like they're both really really skilled players. Both had high ceilings, but they're both losing the love for their sport.
Basically, my bad if I call you, because basically Kyrie is the Neymar of basketball.
Yeah.
Kyrie just needs to get vaccinated and play already.
Kyrie thought he could lead a team to a championship the same way.
But my thing is that Kyrie has Kyrie has a more iconic moment than Neymar has in his whole career.
What moment?
The shot.
Oh,
okay, fair.
So my thing is like
that's not
Neymar's-
PSG. That's not
What
PSG.
about
is-
Barcelona versus PSG?
Yeah,
he
that's
was like
pretty
vital
common.
to that.
No,
He's
but
the main
but
star
it's
in
not
that.
fair.
No,
This was a final. This was a final.
Kyrie's moment
Was a final.
led to a trophy. That moment led to a game in which you got beat by Juve. So my thing is that's just my thing. It's like
Can
one
you
moment
repeat
led
that
to-
again?
oh,
I can't
we
hear you.
won.
Can you speak in trouble? I can't hear you, bro.
Z-Man, I've got two words for you. Dynamo Kiev. Dynamo Kiev.
You won't see me in the stream if we go to Europa, bro.
Yeah, so back to the Dimanche. Back to Dimanche. Talk to me.
I was maybe him he better win the next World Cup. He better, because if he does win the World Cup, it would be a great ending to his career.
Oh, you see, that's my thing. That's a great ending.
Would he
Neymar
retire if he won
leads
the World
Brazil
Cup?
to a World Cup?
It'd be a good ending.
That's like,
Huge dud, by the way. More than anything R9 has ever done.
I mean,
because of
he
Richarlison
does have a
and
Champions
Stats.
League as well. So
Yes,
yeah.
it's dud. It's dud.
Oh, get out.
Yeah, it actually is, because he has a worse team.
It's Brazil.
He-
It's Brazil. It's
No,
Brazil.
Oh,
no,
now
no,
it's
no.
Brazil.
Come on,
Now
you
it's
can't say
Brazil.
Look at
Now
the
we
team.
say
Look
that.
at the
No,
team.
no.
You just
Come
said
on.
you just said you don't trust Richarlison. So what are you talking about?
So he's playing with Richie Rich and a cartoon character in midfield,
And he has two healthy knees.
Bro,
Yeah.
Richarlison won't be at that. I don't know why you guys keep on saying Richarlison. He won't
So,
be there.
so
The
Gabby
only
Having
reason
a
why,
laugh. We're having a laugh. So
HH, let me speak on this. HH.
Jesus, the reason why he was at the Copa because TJ's
I
experiment.
think
with
Wilson's
the
convinced
squad.
himself that he won't
Well,
be
let
there.
me try. Let me try.
Wait,
I
so who wants to
can't.
speak on
I
the
can't
Neymar
wait
thing?
for the
Who wants
roster.
to speak on the
HH,
Neymar?
me, Mo.
The
Mo,
World
trust me,
Cup,
Mo.
man.
Okay.
Mo.
We'll see.
Alright, alright. First of all, good to be back in a minute.
Hey, welcome back, bro.
Thank you. So look, I think in this world, everything is limited except for blame. There is always enough blame to go around. And this Neymar situation is no different. There's a lot of blame that he deserves some blame. The Brazilian fans deserve some blame. Social media deserves some blame. His team, PSG, deserve blame. His coaches deserve blame. There are so many people who deserve blame for what has happened to Neymar. Because if we focus on the whole social media aspect just for a second, I don't think you guys comprehend how hard it is to wake up every single day for to see the entire world just talking about you. Like, for example, in February or March, whenever people start saying, "Oh, he's gonna get injured because it's his sister's birthday," like to us, it's just jokes and having fun. But that weighs heavily on him because he's seeing millions of people making that joke about him.
Wait, Mo, can I just quickly? How much does he get paid a week?
I'm not, bro. Money doesn't affect mental stability or when people are mocking you. If millions of people are mocking you, no amount of money in the world is gonna take that away.
Thank you.
So it's not easy to just wake up every single day and see the entire world. And then when you look at the other factors, his coaches, when we think about make the comparisons to Cristiano, someone earlier was saying Cristiano is emotional too. But the fact is Cristiano learned how to keep his emotions in check and to keep a strong mindset. And I think that he learned how to do that because of his coaches, because of Alex Ferguson, because of Ancelotti, Mourinho. He had those type of strong characters to guide him throughout his career. Neymar hasn't really had that kind of guy. I mean, Luis Enrique is all right, but he's not. He doesn't have that kind of character. I don't think. What else has he had? Pochettino.
Emery.
Yeah, but was it not Neymar's choice to move to PSG though?
No, I'm not talking about the team. I'm talking like even with Barca. Did he really have like a great coach that could have guided him as a young kid, guided him, taught him how to have the strong mentality? Because like even Messi doesn't have the strongest mentality. It's still stronger than Neymar's. He had Guardiola, and we all know like Guardiola has a strong mentality, and that's just the kind of wisdom that a manager can give to his players. Neymar never had that kind of coach to guide him.
So saying Neymar never had a strong mentality.
No, and that's obvious. I don't think that's in question.
How do we don't know? How do you do what you do in the Miracle at Camp Nou without a strong mentality?
Well, I don't think that has. The test of mentality is when people are against you. In Camp Nou, the fans were supporting him. His teammates were on his side. His teammates were all fighting. That's when things are going
but
good.
They had to score 3 goals.
No, yeah,
in a very short amount of time, and they were staring in the jaws of defeat. And only one man truly spearheaded and believed that they could turn it around. Obviously, I would have believed, but nobody had the same amounts of true belief as Neymar did.
True, but if you're in a stadium and you have 100,000 fans chanting your name, believing in you, like the rest of the players may not have believed as much as he did. But I remember Barca fans leading up to that game, because after the PSG game, after the first leg, Neymar was like, this isn't over. And then the fans got behind that, and there was so much support from the fans leading up to it. They gave him belief. Can you imagine if leading up to the game, the fans were like, yeah, no, this is done. If throughout the game, the fans were booing him like Real Madrid fans would do. Like, that's the kind of situation that would truly test your mentality. If the fans are all supporting you, your mentality isn't really the test. Your talent is being tested. That was the true test for Neymar against PSG. His talent, which has never been a question. His mentality wasn't tested because everyone was supporting him. And when they started to make that comeback, his players believed in him. Yeah, you take that free kick. You do this, you do that. Usually Messi takes the free kicks, but because they saw what he was capable of, and the fact that he was believing and the fans were behind him, they were like, okay, you do this, you do that. That's not a test of his mentality. That's just a test of his talent. But look, at the end of the day, it's a sad story. You know, I think by now we all know that Neymar was never going to replace Messi or Ronaldo. We're all now talking about Mbappe, Haaland, Fati, those guys. Like, Neymar was never going to get to that level. Like, he may have had hope
Wait.
when
You
he was
said never. Wait, what made you say that he would have never gotten to that level?
No, he could have. But I'm saying by now, even before the statement, we knew that, you know, right now for Neymar, it's done. Like, he could improve, but he's not going to get to Messi or Ronaldo's level. We thought he might when he was younger, but does anyone seriously think that he could still do that now? No. Yeah. So, even before he said this,
especially after that statement, no.
That statement adds
based
to
off
it.
the statement.
That statement adds to it. But before he made that statement, did you think he could get there?
I would say no, but there's a possibility. That statement, definitely not. 100% not.
Yeah.
Before that statement, I said no, but there's maybe a chance, but most likely no. But this crystallizes and underlines it. Because
and
his heart isn't in the game anymore.
Yeah, and it's funny because this just comes to show that football is a game of such fine detail. Because can you imagine the final against Bayern had he scored that chance or Mbappe scored that chance? We would have been having a completely different conversation right now about Neymar, about the entire landscape of his career. But just because of like that one game and how that went down, you know, it's just small moments define careers, man. That's sad. Honestly, sometimes it's sad. Sometimes it's good. Like for some players, it works out. But for Neymar, every single big moment hasn't gone his way. Almost.
Before someone else jumps in, shout to your boy MK who says, "Hope you guys are good. Do you think England can win the 2022 World Cup?"
No, of course. They
Why
won
not?
it.
Why not?
Yes.
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 They
Why?
can. They can.
The
They
gate
can.
lives.
Of
The
course they
gate
can.
lives.
Of course
man.
they can. Of
Why?
course they can.
Okay, no.
Why not?
Whoever said no, can you explain to me why?
Yeah.
Because Kane disappears in big games.
What?
What?
But then you gotta
I'm not gonna comment on this.
you gotta look at
Harry Kane scored against Ukraine and like the
Yeah,
smaller.
but bro, that's not the question. The question is that can they win it? Of course, they're one of the favorites, bro. They literally got to a final since '66. That was their first final
Wait,
since
wait, wait, wait.
1966.
Why SK Jackson as the only
bracket.
why SK Jackson as the only Englishman on this?
You are as much English as me. If that's the case,
SK as the only English. I'm on the moon. I'm on the moon. I'm transmitting from the moon. As the only Englishman.
Yeah, I'm near to that area as well.
There. Do you think the Queen can win the World Cup in 2022?
In respect of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, I refuse to. I refuse to answer this nonsense. So move on.
Be objective.
No, the monarchy system
let's
still
be
rise.
objective, right?
But the question was can. It's
She
not.
won't die until they win again.
No, they one of the favorites. I don't think they're gonna win it, but you can't tell me that they're not one of the favorites to win
Okay,
it.
can I?
Look
Okay.
at the talent that they have in each position.
I know. Here's my response. My response is this: England have won how many trophies in their entire career?
Of course,
Yeah,
but
you gotta look at
that,
other
right?
No.
teams.
Okay,
You gotta look
okay.
at other teams.
My
as well.
thing here, the key word is can. Of course, England are capable
that's the
of doing it.
question.
If
That's
yes,
what I'm saying. Of
That's the
course.
question.
So
That's the
my thing
question.
is, okay, yes, they can.
They can.
But
Will they? Will they?
No.
I don't think they will, but they can.
No. Forget about will. A more interesting question is how realistic
It's
is
not,
it for
it's
them
not that
to
far
win it?
off. It's just when you think about it, right? This team got to a semi in 18, and they finally got to their first ever final since '66. And when you look at this England squad, I don't think they will, just because I think they cursed. But it's just look at the talent.
My issue, Wilton, is that
They had
that's
easy
Euros.
bracket.
Wilton,
They had easy bracket.
Wilton, that's Euros. Wilton, that was their best opportunity to win a trophy. It
Wait.
was the best. Everything, all the chips fell in line for you to win that trophy. Everything fell in line.
Of course.
And look,
My thing is-
wait,
because my issue is that you're now have to going to deal with South American teams.
No, let's be
Because
honest.
at the World Cup,
Let's be honest.
Colombia, that was penalty. So once you now have to, so if you run into a Chile, an Argentina, a Brazil, even like a Uruguay or something, that's a lot trickier than a Colombia. So my thing is that once you're running into the South American teams and so forth, look, England are a very hard team to beat. And they're going to be a very tough team to play them because of Southgate is smart. He knows that.
Who saw Jadon Sancho's performance against Andorra?
So let me ask you this question.
I did.
It's
fucking Andorra.
I'm just posing the question. I'm just.
Would you put Belgium, Spain, and Portugal like ahead of England to win the World Cup in 2022?
Not
Belgium?
But Spain and Portugal.
Belgium.
Why Portugal?
No, not Portugal, bro.
Why Portugal? I'm
Bruno
curious.
Fernandes?
Portugal
Have a
because
really talented.
No. Don't listen to him. He's just trying
Portugal
to
because say what you will, Fernando Santos led a team to a trophy, and Cristiano is a top goal scorer, and that squad and talent is better than England.
No, squad and talent.
Collectively,
Come on, bro. England have a better talent.
Is that what you're telling me?
The squad, the talent.
England have a better talent.
England have a better
than
squad than Portugal,
I'm
bro.
talking about England's midfield.
England had 2 easy routes and they couldn't win.
Yeah.
Like why were you talking about it? They faced a washed up Germany.
Wait, guys, hold up.
Which was the only decent
Are we
opponent
really
they had and lost.
so? Wait. Are we really saying that England have a more talented squad than Portugal?
No way.
Is that what we're saying?
No way.
I think it's debatable. I think it's debatable. I think it's debatable. I think it's debatable.
It's comparable.
It's debatable.
I think it's debatable.
No,
It's debatable.
It's debatable.
I think
It's not.
It kind of is, man.
It
It
is
kind of is.
debatable.
No. Look past the Gates tactics. All right, look past that. Just look at the team for talent. Are you telling me that this team isn't like a top six
Okay, let's go.
in terms of talent?
How good is Grealish really?
He's
How good
Raheem Sterling.
How good is Rashford really?
Thank you.
Great.
Relax.
Wait.
Relax. He's a doctor now. He's a
Name
doctor. Right?
Portuguese
Relax.
players. Name Portuguese players. No, let's go through the list for Portugal.
My thing for
Because
England
we have
is
to do
that
it for both.
no, okay, Portugal, William Carvalho,
William
Wait, chill. Guys, think of it this way.
Which England midfielder is better in their role than William Cavalier and at his role?
Declan Rice.
Bro, Phillips is better than Carvalho.
Wait, guys, think of it this way. Think of it this way.
From Chris. Thank you, man. Chris, thank you for the job. Chris says Neymar better than Messi and Ronaldo according to the eye test and natural footballing talent.
No.
Oh, yeah.
What the bricks?
I wouldn't say that.
Doesn't matter.
No. I'd say at his peak he's close to the level, but not.
I would say
there.
Ronaldo. I would say Ronaldo, definitely. Ronaldo, yes, but Messi.
Relax, United.
I think with
United
Messi is
tax.
different.
Messi
With
is
Messi,
different,
which
man.
is I think it's different style because I've always said I enjoy Dino and Neymar style more than Messi. Of course, Messi on the eye test is 100 out of 100, but for me, I just enjoy watching Dino more than Neymar.
Wait.
Messi is putting 95 on the eye test.
Does the eye test even matter if you're not winning?
But he's definitely, but it's on the eye test. He's definitely better than Ronaldo.
No.
Based on the eye test, Neymar is the best. Neymar has the highest eye test score in the world, 100%.
What about
You need to check your eyes.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Wait, how does
Neymar scores higher than the eye test than Messi? He does. I don't care what anyone
No, we're talking about overall playmaking.
No, we're talking
dribbling,
eye
tight
test.
spaces.
Eye
We're
test
talking
is
about
natural talent.
and
technique.
Yeah, that's the whole
It's
point.
about
Natural
test.
talent.
Bro,
I think
Natural
guys.
talent is playmaking. Natural talent is dribbling tight spaces. Like
Does the shades
I
affect
get
the eye
it.
test? or no?
I think he's talented. I think Neymar is
Messi is
talented.
effective. He doesn't have the Lala.
Come
that
on,
Neymar
bro.
has.
Come on, bro.
Nobody
This
He doesn't have the Lala.
Messi, I will say this. Messi is
what does
more
the Lala mean?
repetitive.
What does the Lala mean?
Wait, hold on.
Wait, you have to admit, Zeman, you have to admit that Messi is more repetitive with his dribbling than Neymar. Neymar is much more creative. Like he does a
If we're talking about overall scope, we're
talking about eye test, bro.
Yes, he
Just
does,
natural
bro.
talent.
It doesn't matter how you dribble. The point of dribbling is to beat your defender, and nobody does that better than Messi.
Which is good, but in terms of eye test, which is how impressive
what looks
are you
better?
on the eye?
No.
Bro, Neymar has more ability on Messi on the eye test.
You're the same guy.
Control the ball with his back. He can do it all, bro.
Wait, guys, when you think about the eye test, you're not thinking about effectiveness. You're just thinking about what style is more aesthetically pleasing.
Can I pose this question, please? Can I pose this?
Hold up, YSK.
Ronaldo's not in that conversation, by the way.
Definitely.
YSK.
Yeah, well, okay, well, wow. So I have two questions now because Wilton made a stupid statement.
The eye test, bro. You can't put Neymar Ronaldo in the eye
Wilton,
test.
were you in a coma?
Messy.
Were you in? No, Wilton, answer this question. Were you in a coma during 03 and what was it? 08. Were you in a coma?
Bro, you telling me that version of Ronaldo is better than Neymar?
Okay, well, next question. Clearly he was in a coma.
Ronaldo
Yeah,
played like he had to stick up his
Wilson, my deepest condolences. So next question: Can Messi do the Lukaku flick?
That's pretty hard to do, man. The leftover, he can't do that. Yeah, he can't do that, bro.
No, that looks it now. That's the mess. So from your boy Casey, who says, by Lala does HH mean Rafaela? No.
Oh God! Come on! See what I mean? See what I mean?
That's his attempt to try to speak her language.
See, leave Rafaela alone, man.
AJ probably watching this stream right now.
Poor girl didn't ask for any of this.
Wait. What's it called? Call. If you say anything rubbish, I'll just throw you out again.
Man. I don't want.
You know what I'm saying?
No, we shouldn't do this, man. We should do this.
Call.
Wait. Why do I feel bad?
Are you gonna cut me off?
No. Okay. I won't cut unless you say something rubbish. I'll cut you off. But as long as you don't say anything rubbish, I won't cut you off. Talk to me.
Can you remove your right hand?
Can you show your hands? This is.
No, it's okay. So now, Koya, clear. You're clear.
All right. He's not disciplined. That's the problem with Neymar.
Because he went to PSG.
Yeah, he's more of a party type of guy. He's not really serious with his football career.
Samba tax.
And I think he's
Right hand,
he's
man.
very
Right hand.
talented.
Right hand.
He's very talented, but again, yeah, he's not disciplined. That's what I would say. Yeah.
Cord, do you have better dance moves or Neymar?
Actually, that's a good.
No.
Why didn't you warn me? Why didn't you warn me, guys? Why didn't you warn me? I wouldn't have even said that.
Bro, how do you get caught up like this?
Puya.
How you get
No,
caught
it was
up?
Puya. Nah, it was Puya.
2 hour minute, we all
Nah,
got
it was Puya. It was Puya. It was Puya.
Obviously shows that Gabigol something is nothing not celebrating.
Yeah. It's okay, LL.